This isn't really hashtag Me Too. This is more like.
Is this that story
like
from?
David
Oh, this one's hashtag time's up.
This is like David Cage makes them call him daddy, and
I prefer just hashtag that last word. Allegedly.
This is hey, listen, man has been charged, man has been convicted. These are just allegations.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a story then. Stop spreading rumors.
That's right. It's fake news.
Exactly.
We're getting the jump on it. This is big. This is a big news story.
Potentially getting the jump on nothing.
It's a really big news story.
I think we'll just talk about Metal Gear the entire time and how that isn't a Metal Gear game.
It's the ultimate. It's the real Metal Gear game. It's the one we've been waiting for.
Factory Sealed had David Hayter on their podcast.
We had David Hayter on our podcast
Recently.
This is like the
last
third
week.
time he's been on their show.
Yeah, what has he been doing?
It's
That's
awesome.
I guess that's cool, but it's like, hey, guy who hasn't been in any video games for 10 years, you want to come on our video game podcast? Don't get me wrong, David Hayter. Call me.
Yep. Send him $20 in the mail. He'll be on.
In the mail.
He's one of those.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
He's one of those guys. It's like there's a handful of voice actors who just go around and do like podcasts and fan shit and are like Elias Defexis. And
He's like Sting. He'll just
David
show
Hayter
up whenever you.
and Sting
Yeah.
the wrestler.
No, Winterschlausch.
Oh, of course.
Or Slash,
Of
not
the
Sting.
police?
Yes.
Winter Schloss.
South Park. Never mind.
Oh boy.
Speaking of Elias Defexis, he does a bang-up job in Deus Ex.
I really like him in the Lexus commercials.
Lexus commercials.
Yeah, he's like the Lexus voice man.
Oh, really?
Isn't that?
Matthew McConaughey?
No,
Nope.
he's
The radio guy's
Lincoln.
Elias.
Ah.
Radio guy's Elias. Yeah, he's got one on right now about like automatic brakes. So it's him being like, if you're driving and you're gonna crash, your car will automatically apply the brakes. That's my Elias. I never asked for this.
He does a really good job. I really like him as what's his face? Half man, half amazing.
That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. I really liked him in that thing from the one with the he's got the sunglasses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sunglasses
No.
and skinny arms.
No,
Fucking, why can't I think of... Oh, there's one more game that I've been playing.
Fortnite.
Yep, that's on there.
Woo! Again. New developments?
Not really.
No.
Bryce, you can talk about the same stuff.
Oh, no, it's ridiculous.
We've been through this.
Ridiculous. Especially when nothing new happens.
What having new thoughts?
Oh, I have no new thoughts.
That's fine.
in that
Listen,
case,
listen.
Bryce is in a lot
Listen,
of trouble.
It's
Yeah.
a volleyball game. You don't always have to be the one setting up the serve. You know, you
Exactly,
can be
just,
the middle
Each guy,
bump.
that's a bump.
You can
Yeah.
be.
Both of those. Were
Sorry,
Middle
it's
serve.
setting up the serve. I
There
have
you
the
go.
wrong hand
Also.
motion. It's an audio podcast. I can do what I
Sports
want.
analogies,
Right?
you guys.
Volleyball. You're setting up the serve. Right through the uprights. You don't always have to be that guy, Bryce.
What are you drinking? Such a straight energy drink?
No, it's just flavored soda.
Wait.
Wouldn't it? It'd just be a soda then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Flavored.
Oh, yeah, I
It's a
guess, yeah,
flavored
right.
pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Soda.
It's sparkling water. It's not soda.
So water.
Tonic water.
They're different.
That's different.
What is the
different.
difference?
I don't know. I
I
asked
thought
that
is one
last
flavored
week,
with
actually.
lime?
Yeah, something like that. Or I don't know. One's really bitter, and one
Yeah.
is just like bubbly water.
Oh, okay.
Isn't tonic water not carbonated?
No, they're both
Definitely
carbonated.
Are they both
carbonated.
carbonated?
Yeah.
All I know is club soda tastes like shit, so
Is that a
I
third
like
and
it.
different thing?
I don't know.
No,
What?
club soda is club soda.
It's basically carbonated
club soda
water.
is soda. Yeah.
So club soda is sparkling,
I
but
have a
tonic
soda
water is
stream.
its unique.
Oh, you
Animal.
have a fucking soda
Here we
stream?
go.
Yeah, it's great.
Do you
It's really
use it-
good.
Do you make your own pop, or do you just make water?
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you put lemonade in it?
And then like carbonate it.
what if-
I don't think you can because the thing just makes it blow up.
Really?
Yeah.
What? What if you put like vodka in it? What if you put wine? What if you put white
No,
wine in it?
anything other than water, it just blows up.
How does it
because
know? What? How does it know? What do you
It
mean?
doesn't.
blows
No,
up?
it's just the agitation of thing. It's like a violent thing. Like you put it in, and it like locks into place,
Yeah. And like,
and then you see the little straw that blows the bubbles. And I imagine just like shaking up a fucking whatever.
Yeah, but
because-
white wine's not.
well, you can't
It's the
take
same
carbonated
consistency
things
as
and
water.
add more
Yeah,
carbonation,
you can't
but like
super
lemonade
carbonate
doesn't have
something.
carbonation to begin with.
Neither does wine. Wine would be just like water.
No,
but
you
it's
guys, it's
I legitimately
you've
do
ever
not
tried
understand.
something other-
I'll
than
send
water.
you guys a video of fucking this thing blowing up in my home.
You tried it?
No,
Oh,
but it's just it's caution. Do not just carbonate the water and add flavoring afterwards.
That's for pussies.
Because even adding the stupid carbonation, like you have to pour it gently, otherwise you like slam it in and it just fucking fizzes up.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
And you get a sticky mess.
Too aggressive.
Yeah, I get way too excited. Fizz up, sticky mess everywhere.
Sticky mess. Nobody likes that.
Fine, that's my Instagram feed.
This is gonna get annoying.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we had you here.
No, it has been. It's been like almost 2 months.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Almost. I wasn't here at all in December.
That's insane.
And then what is it? Oh, it's only the 19th.
And almost into January, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time. But then
Super long time.
the last couple weeks of December, we didn't do any shows.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last week of December, first week of January.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Whichever way you want to think about it.
Yeah, totally. You guys want to bring the show in? Everybody feeling good? Everybody feeling warmed up? Actually, you know what? I'm going to go pee before we start.
Holy.
Yeah, my
That
brain medicine's
seems
kicking in.
Thought we were good to go here.
Prudent thing. I'm just looking out for me, you know? Is Bryce also going to be?
Yep, he's gonna beat you to it.
Swords.
This is always so embarrassing for me.
What have you been up to?
You know, not much. Working, playing some games. Got well, I don't want to say I got back into Persona 5, but I played like another 2 hours of Persona 5. So I was gonna play some more tomorrow, but we'll see. I don't know.
Is it alright? Still holding you?
It's just it's such a big game. It's so daunting. It's like I'm like 30 hours in, and I think I'm like maybe a quarter of the way done of the main game.
Christ.
So it's not like you can.
How much did you spend on Final Fantasy 15?
I got the season pass collector's edition thing.
No,
for-
I mean like how much time and like
hours.
how in it did you get into?
I beat it.
Yeah, but like did you do all the side stuff?
I did a lot of the side stuff. I didn't do any of the after game side stuff because I don't know. I tried to go back and play it, but I mean it feels weird to go to do stuff that you've beaten the game, and now is when you get to do these certain quests because they're harder than the game. I don't know. It seems like a waste of time because there's no extra story. It's just, hey, go beat this really hard boss that takes 4 hours to beat.
Isn't that just like all these games now? Like what did they call it? End game stuff? Late game stuff?
New Game Plus. No, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I think that
Like
as long as
different-
I have the option to beat it before the game is over, then I'll probably do it. But the fact that it's just
That's-
your XP scales to a point where
Nope, lost it.
if you don't beat the game, then
It's just the headphones.
you basically can't beat the enemies.
That's how I felt with. That's how I'm feeling with Horizon Zero Dawn and the Frozen Wilds.
Yeah, that's some of that stuff was pretty hard.
I'm like, I want to play it, and I actually really want to play it again, but I'm like, oof, I've kind of done this.
Yeah. No, when I went back to New Game Plus, I just crit pathed everything, and I haven't beat the last part, but I'm going into the last fight, and it's like, I think it maybe took me 3 hours
Alone
of
at
crit
last.
path to just
yes.
beat the whole game.
Yeah, I kind of want to just redo that game as well.
But I mean, I was skipping all the cutscenes. I was skipping the dialogue. Just every dialogue tree where it's like end it and continue on with the quest. I picked that. But yeah, it's amazing how quick that game is if you know what you're doing and remember
I kind of
at
want to
least
just
a little
crit
bit.
path that game. That's how I want that game.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Emma. Hi, Tomo.
I'm completely cut off that one. I can't wave over
You're,
there.
yeah, you're that Cam.
Yeah.
Oliver and I are that Cam.
I'm the nobody can.
Kevin is
Yeah.
kind of that one.
Yeah.
Kind of that one. Let's do a show. Everybody ready?
Everybody ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome to the podcast. Hang on, my mic is way too hot. Check. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's better. Put your hands together for the longest reigning undisputed champion of all time.
It's disrespectful to the
Stop!
bell.
Hey, stop! They're throwing things at the. Stop! Oliver
But
Aguilar.
I don't
Welcome
appreciate that.
to Talking Reckless 210. Oh God! It is January the 22nd. Welcome to the show, everybody. OJ is getting his nose strips on. He's back in the studio. Kevin Byer here as well.
That's right.
Bryce Zinnick. I need you to fill. I gotta play with this board, so you gotta talk now.
I thought you didn't even do levels yet. Why are you starting it already? This is ridiculous.
Undisputed champ, do what Undisputed champ want.
Does what he wants.
My name's Matt Eads, your aforementioned Undisputed champion. And
For now.
the longest reigning, and then on February the 3rd, New Year's Revolution, when I defend my title, I will remain the longest reigning.
Still 2017. You haven't even begun your 2018 reign.
As
far as I'm concerned.
The reckless fiscal year doesn't start till
TR.
February,
Yeah.
so
TR calendar.
yeah. No, my reign is some might say the best reign in talking reckless history. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would, but
Some would.
yeah, some would. Thanks for joining me, everybody. February the 3rd.
HQ's on you guys.
Y'all getting ready for Scott? Oh, Scott. Trap Trebek has the Semitic Sajak. Scott Rogowski. This is Scott Rogowski's unofficial favorite podcast. I don't know if you knew that.
Bad and Bougie Barker. Fuck, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's all right.
I'm the only guy that likes him. Like,
No,
I got my whole family playing
I'm
it.
way into
and
Camp
they're like,
Scott.
Everyone
guy-
else got.
No, well, okay, my family is like, this guy's annoying. And I'm like, you guys don't get it.
He's pretty bad.
What?
Yeah, he's
You're
like
old and out of
single-handedly
touch.
the reason why I stopped playing that game.
That guy is really funny.
Every time he comes on, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm done.
He's the best host.
Nah.
The other hosts, kind of, Erica's okay. Erica's all right.
They don't
but,
play
I
with the
mean,
crowd at all. They should just do the questions, get
Kimmel,
out.
Yeah.
Kimmel was money. Kimmel was like question, answer, question, answer, question, answer, done.
Yeah,
Let's
cut
go.
my check, pay me.
The whole thing took like
I'm
3
out of
minutes.
here. Fucking rips the mic off. Get out of here.
That's how I feel about this podcast sometimes. It's just, let's just go.
Games, let's do it. Metal Gear? All right, done.
Fucking like, all right, let's do our Metal Gear thing. All right, done. Let's go. Let's move on.
You guys played any HQ? Has anyone gotten close to the money?
No, I suck.
yeah.
I'm
I
always
think
like
we've hit
4 or
8,
5.
maybe.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Woohoo.
The first time I played once and got to the 5th question and then lost, and then that was pretty much it. I'm like, well, I'm done with this. Didn't win.
I like it. I like trivia, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Did you ever play or see 1 versus 100 on the Xbox back in
No,
the day?
I never did.
It reminds me so much of that, and that was such a weird, cool thing.
Is that how it was?
Kind of. It was like a bunch of people watching well, 1 versus 100 is like a game show.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of people watching that. One person, I forget how it worked. One person was answering trivia against a crowd of 100 people, and like their answer was the majority versus the one or something like that. It's very similar. They had a live host, I think, but he was like it wasn't live video. I think he was an avatar, like an Xbox Me.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, it was weird and cool and fun because you can win real shit. You can win prizes for free, which is still kind of confusing.
Yeah, it actually is. Like they gave away like $18,000 in New Year's.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
we tried to
That's wild.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, we tried to play that.
We watched that. The stream came on. The stream went down.
Yeah.
And then a little while later,
I
the
was
stream
on
came
that
back
too.
up, and Scott had some Scottsplaining to do.
Yeah, he did his whole New Year's thing, and
Yep.
it was actually pretty funny because I had a super low key New Year's. It was me, Amber, my brother-in-law, and our nieces, and like we were all playing HQ, and then that happened, and that was where are they in the East Coast, New York?
Yeah, New York, I think.
Yeah, so it was like 3 hours earlier or whatever than us.
Yeah.
And he did his like the whole game show thing, just kind of like shit the bed. And then he did his whole like countdown thing, and then my nieces were getting into it. They did the whole countdown thing.
They became
And then
H unicorns.
at like 10 o'clock, well, they were having fun. We were all
HQs.
counting down.
Yeah.
And then,
Hashtag free Scott.
And then eventually, when our time zone got closer to midnight, we didn't actually have a real countdown ourselves. So I'm like, well, I guess we counted down with the HQDs.
Yeah, that's all. That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like you're part of the group.
Yeah.
It's I've had the questions not appear enough times for me now when he's reading them, and like it just doesn't show up for me that I have uninstalled HQ because that sucks. Because that sucks, man. When Scott is just sitting there and there's no questions, he's like, "I bet you know the answer. I bet you do." I'm like, I do, Scott. I'm telling you, Scott, pick up your phone. Nothing. So I'm good on that. I think.
I just like.
Plus,
the
it hits
trivia.
it like 1 and 7, where I'm almost always doing something. At 1, I'm working,
Yeah.
and at 7. Well, you know, I won't go into what I get into at 7 o'clock, but
I just
I'm
like
busy
the
at 7 also.
trivia of it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was a cool bit of trivia.
Yeah.
You
Sometimes
And I'll
do it every day.
watch through.
yeah. Sometimes it isn't even trivia though. Sometimes it's just like which of these was the most popular? And you're like, well, does that mean like which sold the most? Does that mean like some of them are just
Sure.
kind of
whatever.
opinion?
And like again,
And some of them are just
that
plain
carrot's
wrong.
that carrot's always there. I've already given up on getting any sort of cash prize because I can only get to question 4 or 5.
I've heard if you like turn on Siri or say "Okay Google" and then let Scott read it the question, that you will very often get the correct
Have you guys
response.
tried that? You guys should try
Or
it.
just
No.
scope out the chat.
No.
Sometimes they're helpful.
Because Scott,
Chat is never helpful. It's
No,
always
it's
just
the worst.
scrolling dick jokes or insults.
Abby from Brooklyn, Scott looked me right in the eyes and said, "Don't cheat. Cheaters don't win." And I was like, "You know what? You're right. You're right, brother." To Scott me. What y'all been up to? How's it been, Oliver? We haven't seen you in
Long time.
Yeah, we were just saying before the show, weeks, months, almost.
Yeah, I wasn't here at all in December,
Yeah,
and then it's already like partway through,
almost
most
the end
way
of
through
it's
January.
almost, it's almost February.
Yeah, I've been playing the game of life, you guys, and that game sucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
You just spin you roll a die.
I know.
There's
You
no
get
game to it.
Dice, you drive your stupid minivan around the stupid like banked corner.
Isn't there like one
Yeah, you-
profession that is just if you win because you got
If you get surgeon, you get more
Accountant.
money
Oh,
than
yeah,
anyone
there you
else.
go.
Well,
But-
no, I mean the updated version of
It's a
the
little bit
game
more
of life.
balanced?
Yeah, because I mean you can get cards that steal people's professions
yeah,
from
you
them.
swap professions.
So like if
which-
you're a garbage man and you land on the right space, you can just see your surgeon buddy walking by like, hey, guess what?
wait, what?
You're a
What is
garbage
he,
man now.
like,
Identity
fucking
theft, yeah.
Agent 47, like. I assume you mean the living, not the game of. That's a hard thing to talk around.
Yeah.
Not the game of life, but the game of living.
Yeah, living.
Ooh.
All I've been doing really is working, and
Yeah, that sucks.
that's boring.
That is boring.
Yeah. No, I've actually been playing a lot of games in my absence here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your boy Bayek doing?
Oh, he's okay. He's conquered Egypt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
he's-
not really
he's
conquered Egypt, but
killed
he's,
every hippo in Egypt. Found every missing person.
you
but
can kill the
he's-
hippos.
Yeah.
You're supposed to
sad.
kill the hippo. The hippos are like
they're
fucking,
vicious,
yeah.
but-
And when they're
Yeah,
near
but I mean-
when they're near cities, it's like, well,
Yeah.
Why do you want to be the guy that kills the hippos though?
That's the one.
because you're a super cop.
They're so friendly.
You're super cop, and people say, "Hey, super
need-
cop, these hippos."
You need a new thing carrier for your
Oh, okay. Can you
Arrows.
You can use the hippo skin to make yourself a new quiver.
yeah.
All right, I'm on.
Quiver. That's the word. You
let's-
guys haven't done this in a long time.
Let's kill the hippos then.
That game was good.
Yeah,
The game was really good.
I'm struggling.
Are you?
It's so dense. Oh my god. I'm like,
Don't.
really? Can
Yeah,
you though? But
yeah.
like, okay, I guess.
Ass Creed.
We're talking about Assassin's Creed Origins. Kevin.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed
Okay.
Origins.
See-
Kevin.
You as the audience could have asked that question.
I did.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you're
just
right.
offside.
You're right. Yeah, Bayek is the main character in Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah.
It's cool. How far are you into it?
I'm level 15. I'm 15 hours in. I'm level 15, and I haven't picked it back up
like
since
last podcast I listened to.
then. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
that
haven't.
was like 3 weeks ago. You were level 15.
I've also been working nonstop.
It's cool. Like
Yeah.
the story in Assassin's Creed is always very cool. I've always been a big fan of the stories that they tell. And this is the origin of the Assassin's Creed, like the Assassin's Order.
Is like how prominent is that stuff? I've heard it was because apparently this used to be a Prince of Persia game, and then quite late in development, it flipped to an Assassin's Creed game. And I haven't seen any
don't
Assassin's
know.
Creed shit yet. That's not true. I think I've seen the apple, maybe.
Yeah, there's
I think the first guy that I murdered might have
Yep.
had. I think he might have beat a man to death with the apple.
Yep. So
And-
the apple, which is like a big thing in the Assassin's Creed world,
Yes.
is just nothing but like this little stone orb.
It controls minds.
Yes.
It literally controls minds.
The
If you-
apple.
if you have the apple of Eden, you can control people's thoughts.
Yeah. So like people don't understand the power of the apple of Eden. just
Apparently,
yet,
because a
but
man literally used it
Bayek-
as a fucking
Yeah,
bludgeon.
Bayek has his.
Apparently, that's just a
limit.
mistranslation. Saw that on Reddit a couple days ago. The same word for evil and apple are the same when they translate it from the original script. So,
The evil of Eden.
right?
That kind of makes sense.
Spooky.
If you're into that fairy tale.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's good.
You goddamn pagan.
It closes off really well, and like
Good.
the origin of the Assassin's Creed, and the Assassin's Order is really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
How, like, Is there anything that's gonna start pulling? Listen, I have a huge web of targets right now, and 9 million people being like, bandits either stole my crops, my livestock, or my son, and I need you to rescue them, please. And
just mainline it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just, I'm out there doing every little chore that needs doing. I'm collecting
Don't
boar
do
livers.
that.
100%.
I have a remote control arrow now, which is fun.
I never did any of those
it's
fancy
good.
arrows. That
It's
was
stupid.
just up close personal backstab.
That thing can do a 90-degree turn.
Did you see the cutscene with the hidden blade?
Yeah, where he
That was neat.
loses his finger
Yeah.
after his wife shows him not to lose his finger.
Yeah.
Come on, B. What are you doing? I don't know. They're interesting. Like I have a lot of games to get through for Game of the Year, and this one seems like it's a million hours, man. I gotta play Wolfenstein. That's what tomorrow is. By the time this hits air, I should have finished Wolfenstein. Is the plan, anyways.
Assassin's Creed, totally worth playing. I don't think it's up there. I don't think, no. I'm just a fan of Assassin's Creed, which is why I like it.
Did you spend any money? Did you
No.
buy any loot boxes?
No.
There's loot boxes. What,
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
What
every
is
game
this?
has loot boxes now. Every game.
For solo game, though?
Yep.
It's just,
What, is
I
it,
mean,
what
come
do you
on, it's
get?
like you
You
throw a
better-
couple bucks at it, get some better stuff.
You want a better sword?
What's the problem?
You want your sword to light people on fire?
That's pretty cool.
There was a fucking small instance where I wanted to actually pay some money. Okay, so one of the outfits you can get is it's called Aguilar's outfit, which is the character from the movie. And I'm like, I gotta have that. And so here I am just looking up on how to get it. And you can either pay for it or you can do this thing. It's like a Twitch exclusive item.
Twitch Prime.
Yeah, something like that. I
Sweet.
have no
I
idea.
probably have Aguilar's item.
For a second, I wanted to ask Matt, like, hey, how do I do this? And then I
Could've
kind
hooked you
of I got it.
Or just a free month trial. Get all that free shit.
Could have got the
Yeah, but then you got to sign up for Amazon Prime.
Coulda got the two
or-
sweet-
Yeah, then you
Months
immediately
while you're at it.
cancel and everything's fine.
It's a cool outfit, though.
yeah.
I do that every year whenever
Is it
my free
the-
month comes up. Get those sweet perks and cancel immediately.
It's what's his face wore in the movie. It's like all black. It's more.
That movie sucks.
It was okay.
I watched that movie until I saw that the Animus was like a giant robotic arm that fucking throws Fassbender
cool.
around the room. I guess.
No.
Why can't you just? The Animus is like you go into a coma and you relive their memories. Why do you have to be like?
They need.
I'm
flash-
doing the
yeah.
moves in real life. Like,
Because
no thanks,
people
man.
can't, audiences can't understand that you can be dreaming something that's happening.
What?
Look how people reacted to Inception. No, most people
They
who watched
loved it?
Inception still have no idea what the fuck was happening.
No. Idiots.
Yeah.
Most people.
Stupid.
are
Chris Jericho would call
idiots.
them stupid
Yes.
idiots.
I suggest you just play through the
Storyline.
storyline.
What if I fall behind the level? I think I am behind the level
Then
right
you
now.
just
is
go
the
save a
problem.
few like camels or something.
Yeah, all right.
Turn down difficulty.
I'm an hour level. Yeah. Also, I am playing on the hardest difficulty with
Yeah.
Why are
enemies
you
and
doing
enemies.
that?
Why do you do that?
Because
to
I
yourself,
like
man?
the combat to
Especially,
not
like-
just be. If the combat is just easy and pointless, I'm like, well, I'm just buttoning my way through this, and this sucks. I'm like watching wrestling now while I'm fucking killing hippos. This is lame. I like to feel like I like to be challenged
If
and
you-
like, oh yeah, that was fun. I
mean,
overcame that boss.
If you're
and-
playing it for the story, then honestly, why does the challenge even matter?
Yeah.
If
Why
you're trying
even
to,
play
if you're
the
trying to
game?
crit
Just watch
past
a
the
Let's
game and
Play.
get through it.
And I like to be forced to use the stealth mechanics, especially because you're an assassin. You should be stealthy, and like that game is just fucking murder a million dudes. If you want, if the difficulty's on easy, just fucking kill everybody.
The combat is okay.
I
Like,
mean,
that was
It's fun. It's fun when it's difficult because it's
that's-
challenging.
That was one of my biggest things against it when I first started because it wasn't the Assassin's Creed I learned to play.
Mhm.
Which it totally does its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like it's kind of a caricature of Assassin's Creed almost. Like you can climb anything. Like you're fucking Spider-Man now. You can. Oh boy, that was.
Caricature is kind of bad. Like just a negative connotation for what I think you mean.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like an evolution of Assassin's Creed.
I don't
and
think it's. I
No?
don't think it's like an evolution.
I think it is.
At no point did someone sit down and analyze all the Assassin's Creed games and are like, well, what do we like from these and what do we not like? It's like, oh, these two games that we made are kind of similar. This one has towers and Assassin's Creed has towers, so
It's pretty much the best part, like the best parts of all the Assassin's Creed, with
kind of
very little of
like
the fluff.
where's the is Cleopatra more prominent? Where's the historical
Yes.
cavalcade of here's every historical figure you've ever heard of helping you in your quest. Here's I don't know, Mark Antony and Jesus might be around at this
That's in
point
there.
in time. Okay.
She without spoiling too much, Cleopatra's in there, and she figures heavily into.
The first time you see her, she completely inexplicably is like, "You work for me," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
It's not inexplicable.
No, yeah, it 100% is.
No,
It
it's not.
100% is.
His wife, B's wife, works for her, and because B is like, the people are murdered my son, and I need to get around to do stuff. So
He murdered his son.
Oh,
Murdered
yeah,
his
right.
son. He literally stabbed his own son. He literally held his
Let's
hand.
move on from this.
All right, fine. What else have you been up to?
I just want to close off with saying, I had a thought. Forget it. Doesn't matter. Senua.
The sacrifice,
Hellblade, yeah.
or the eagle.
Hellblade.
What's the eagle called?
Senu.
Senu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Senu sacrifice.
No, Senua Sacrifice. Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. That game is really good.
Did you finish it?
No. But it's really good, you guys.
Did you know the so if you die in Sin of Sacrifice, it's said very early. We talked about this on the show, but I'm not sure if Oliver knows. It's said very early that if you die too many times in combat, the game erases your progress.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah,
it
we
restarts
talked
you.
about this a long time ago when
you
it first
know the
hit.
whole.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's
Which is
kinda
unfortunate.
Too bad, yeah.
Unfortunate.
It turns out that's not real.
Yeah.
Is the spoiler there?
At any rate, it's not a hard game, and
No.
and like the combat can be just like super button mashy, but I really like how it looks. I really like a lot of what that game has to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm playing it with the earphones, and
Fuck
I got
yes.
voices coming at me,
Oh,
and I'm
it's
like,
so good.
I don't know anything about like mental issues or whatever they're trying to put together or put forth, but I imagine a person with voices in her head. This is what it sounds like. Like, this is pretty cool.
I've heard that game takes a lot of criticism. The story of the game is kind of like, just push through your mental illness and you'll be okay. And I've heard it takes a lot of criticism for like, well, that's not really how you're supposed to deal with mental illness. Listen, I don't know anything about it.
I don't know
to
anything
death,
about that,
but
and like I said, I don't like.
It's maybe a little heavy-handed.
It is sure, and it's a real thing. It's a real issue with a lot of people.
Yeah. I like the idea of like, what would a person with schizophrenia in ancient times like? They would be revered as an oracle and would probably think they have all these amazing abilities and like again knowing nothing about mental illness.
I think it's more likely that they would just be killed
maybe
as some
but
sort
like
of heretic or
think
Sure,
of like the stories we hear now of like the Greek oracles of like they go into like crazy seizures and then speak prophecy. Like that sounds like
that
a handful
was
of
like
mental illness.
just straight probably PCP and acid. Like that's what that
Yeah,
was.
maybe.
That was
Maybe.
hard
Just have a good
drugs.
time.
Some of the lead in the cup.
In any case, this game I think looks like really good. Like what are they called? Ninja Theory.
That's
The
correct,
guys
yeah.
that created it. Yeah, they put together a really cool world. The fucking you see there are these puzzles where you see these stupid symbols or like there's a door and there's these dumb symbols on it and then you have to find them in the environment. That's kind of dumb.
That's
And
I think that's OCD basically. That's her dealing with her OCD.
I think you mentioned this once.
I
but
gotta find these symbols before I open the doors. I have to. It's a ritual. She's stuck in her rituals, man.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
I like
totally.
that actually. It's annoying and kind of dumb because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at, and I'm just wandering around in circles until like it sort of flashes on my screen telling me that it's nearby. So it doesn't really work. Anyways,
I see Bryce is like raising.
I've
an
heard nothing
eyebrow.
of this game. This is first
No?
person. Am I
It's
top
third-
down?
no, third person,
pixel based. What are we talking
third
here?
person. It's
action adventure.
Do I have a gun all the time? Am I Solid Snake
no,
on iPad?
when is it? It's
I'm an 8-year-old girl with
it's-
schizophrenia.
You're like a 17 or 18-year-old girl with schizophrenia.
Okay.
yeah, but it's like Viking time. Like she talks about how she was outcast from her village and her tribe.
Yeah,
stuff
and
because-
she's like with Thor's blessing or whatever. I think it is Norse mythology because it's like you have to go fight the boss of Jotunheim.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. There's a lot of
I
that
think.
shit. I've
A lot
heard
of
that.
Heims.
Yeah.
A lot of Heims.
Yeah.
And then
That's
she meets
great.
this person she was in love with this person in their village that got him. Then she got him killed,
Wasn't
and
there-
then she got exiled. And she met this hunter, like another person that was exiled.
He's an Irishman or like Scottish. Or
Yeah,
something.
that taught her all these lessons and stuff. And as you go through, you get these little like markers, and she recalls all these lessons that she was told.
Oh, okay, so she's
It's basically him, like telling her that she has like weird special abilities. Like, oh no, the voices you hear are the gods telling you like to do things, and here's like what all these issues are, and like really in a way he is like propagating these issues. Maybe
If you put yourself back in that time, like
yo,
how else
do
do you
what the
explain
voices
it?
tell you. No, they say you should kill everyone. You should kill everyone.
It's just like
Yeah, that's the gods. The gods are telling you.
The
to
gods
kill
are
everyone.
they are in Senua's Sacrifice. You haven't finished it yet.
No, I'm
It's not very
have
long.
you? No, I didn't think it was
Yeah.
very long. But then I
Six-
crossed over into this part where I'm like, where they're like, okay, well, there are these like little pylons that you go into. You go into another world, and then you have to do the challenge.
Yeah. There's like I think one more part after that.
Oh,
It's like
gosh.
6 or 7 hours.
I just want to sit down and because like they present it where you have to defeat these two like I don't know what they are, just characters.
Guardians of
Guardians.
the Fire Giant.
And I'm like, this is awesome. Like, both those bosses were really cool and really original. And I thought, okay, I know this is a short game. This is only like, what, $40? So I get those two, and then I probably face the last boss. And then they stick me in this whole other thing where I'm chasing around this, like, light ghost.
That's your friend.
Yeah, that's your
the
boyfriend
ghost, the
thing.
ghost of your
Christmas past.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right.
And then they're like, okay, well, you have to finish these, like, little other dimension things. And I'm like, fucking,
That game,
I don't want that.
am remembering how that is a really good personal story.
Yeah.
Now it's all coming back to me.
I really like it.
Yeah.
And like,
It's touching at
Turn
the
the lights
end.
off, and I put the things on loud, and it's a very immersive game for me. And I like those games, and it's not hard, and I'm kind of just walking through.
Yeah. It's an experience. Bryce, you might totally dig it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you like to walk and have a nice story? Like, do you like to watch characters go through some shit and barely have to interact with them?
No, that's
All right.
not
never,
my cup of tea.
Never mind.
Need to
That's
do
just me.
things.
I don't know.
To go through quick, Batman. That's still not finished. I don't know.
Two?
Season 2.
Telltale's Batman.
Yeah.
Right. Joker within, enemy within.
Enemy Within. It's a good
Like,
game.
The game hasn't had all the episodes out yet, or
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it's taking a long time.
Because they got a port to the Switch. Woo!
Is that coming to the Switch?
Season
all
1's on the
coming to
Switch.
Oh,
So I don't know if Season 2's on there yet.
I'm sure it will be
Yeah.
if it isn't already.
If season 1 is on, it's good, totally good. I
Yeah.
love the story that's telling. I love Batman. Life is Strange is really good.
Yes, you finished it
Yeah.
before the storm.
Yep,
Just real fast. We talked about it last week. What do you think?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
no,
Immediate
that was
regrets.
my reaction to it as
It was
well.
like
It's
everybody, like, man, I love that. Actually,
Yeah, you
It's
guys
pretty
did,
good.
you guys did talk about it, and again, without playing the first one. Obviously, this game is just like a bunch of whiny teenagers, angsty fucking
Yeah.
teenagers. But I like it. There was the one stinger at the very end. Did you guys see
in
that?
the
Is
dark,
that-
in the
Yeah.
dark room.
Yeah, I fucking love that.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
real good.
Great.
Because that's just for us. That's just for the
And,
season oneers.
I did look it up. 2 years between.
2.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we were having a bit of a
2011. The end of Life is Strange Before the Storm was like June 2011, and then the beginning of original was September 2013.
And then they have that bonus episode that's coming that bridges the gap. Right?
Allegedly.
should be. Well, we don't know if it bridges the gap. All we know is it is the last time that Max and Chloe will be together.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
Oh, okay.
That
I'm
can mean
also
anything.
pretty sure-
I hope that means that Max dies and Chloe's the main character this whole goddamn time because
I
it
like
kind of
Chloe.
seems like she is.
No,
She's. What do you? God. You're a Rachel fan.
I am very much so a Rachel
If
fan.
if Chloe walked in this room right now, you would look in their eyes and be like, "You should have been the one that died." That's cold. You're cold.
It's cool. It was sort of up and down. I really liked it because I like the setting and the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one last little stinger at the end, like really got to me. I'm like,
Rachel in the dark room.
yeah.
Rachel in the dark room. Rachel in the dark room.
And it's just so it's just
I legit just got the shivers thinking about it.
it's just because we know what's happening there, right? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like holy fuck, like that takes a dark turn, like.
I sort of wanted to know exactly when it was. Like, is she? If I went over to Rachel and checked her pulse right now, is she okay? Like, I don't know.
What do you
Well,
mean?
if you looked at the messages on the phone because it showed all the missed calls.
Oh yeah.
It was like 6 or 7 days of missed calls. So she's been in that dark room for quite a while.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game
Are
is
you-
so fucked.
Right.
Nothing.
No, but you haven't played this game at all, and
Nope.
you don't really know
I
what we're
might,
talking
but
about.
meh.
It's about
The situation we're talking about is
Oh, I don't need to know. It's spoilers.
As I spoil the entire game.
Yeah,
for
pretty
you.
much. Just
It's
the
just-
dark room took a dark turn.
is
That's all I need
something
to
that
know.
happens in the first
That's
game,
enough. The game's ruined.
and it sort of like loops around to what we're
Yeah.
talking about here, and it's just
Nathan
really
something.
Yeah.
Prescott.
douchebag.
Yeah, Nathan
You know.
Prescott. He's the rich douchebag. That's
Yeah.
right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You should play it.
He's misunderstood.
It's a nice little story. Colin really liked it.
Yeah,
He's got good taste in games.
sure.
Probably.
Yeah, he's back on World of Warcraft. I absolutely wouldn't trust it.
Did you watch the sort of side rail a little bit? Did you watch the? Have you seen how the World of Warcraft story ends?
No.
is there an ending?
Kinda. Well, I mean, Warcraft has always been like there's this super demon, the devil basically, Archimon, that you have been pitted against Archimon forever, and they like kind of put a bow in that.
Well, yeah, I thought they finished that, and then there's like the transition to it's now just gonna be Alliance versus Horde. And
Yeah,
then
whatever that
Spooky
means.
things happen.
They're off the beaten path now.
What?
But this
No,
is like
that's
this
still
is
the path.
This is the conclusion of the Warcraft story.
It's
All this new stuff, all this old god shit is like
That's-
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
None of it was in Warcraft 3, none of it was in Warcraft 2, none of it was in,
Yes, it was old god stuff.
in Warcraft 3?
Yes,
No.
the old gods were dealt with in Warcraft 3.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
When? You're going to have
when
to
you go
be
into
specific.
Asdrul Narub or whatever.
That isn't it. The
in-
J is silent. Have you even played Warcraft 3?
No, I haven't played Warcraft 3 in ages.
But
But when you go down there, you face like faceless ones and other things like that. Other
Yeah, but
old god
they
entities.
don't. At that point, they were just like weird ancient creatures. I'm pretty
It was
sure.
all in the
Can
back pocket the
someone
entire
fact
time
check this?
since
No.
Warcraft 1.
They were
this
just
is
Ner-
all in the making.
they
They
were
had
just
those
Nerubians.
compendiums, the chronicles, ready released, but like no one's gonna buy these just yet. Wait 20 years, then that's our time to strike.
I sort of liked that there is a story and it kind of finished. Archimon's gone. We beat Archimon.
Yeah, that's half of it. But
Or did we?
because you defeat the Legion, but
No, this what
the
we're
reason the Legion exists is to defeat old
that's
gods.
bullshit.
How's that bullshit?
What we're heading into now is like the sequel. What we're heading into like World of Warcraft 2 story now.
No,
where it's like
we need to
here's
be the
all this
Legion
bullshit.
now.
No,
that's how it has to
That
work.
Makes a
The
lot.
Army of Light is
There
now the
always,
Legion.
Always has to be a Lich King. Always has to be a Burning Legion.
Exactly. For the greater good.
Oliver, what else you get up to? I'm sorry to sorry.
Deus Ex is free on the PSN this
Yeah,
month, so
Mankind Divided.
humankind divided. Humankind?
Mankind Divided. The first one was Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Okay, yeah, Mankind Divided. Yes. I don't know. I sort of glossed over this game at first.
Yeah, so did
because
I.
like I liked the first Deus Ex. I just kind of like not super.
It was middling.
Yeah.
Especially before that director's cut. Like,
Yeah.
it was borderline kind of bad.
Yeah, I think it was like the only reason why I got through one of the bosses because it glitched out, and I was like ready to give up on it at that point. But I picked this one up because I've been poor and the free game, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, this game's really good.
What is personal friend of the show, Elias Defexus, up to?
He's doing great
Yeah.
voice acting in this
I should
game.
fucking shoot him a message sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe get him back on this show. I don't know.
It's like,
He does a lot of, like, way smaller podcasts than this.
We couldn't bring him back on because I mean we don't just pipe in anyone over the internet anymore.
That's
He'd have
true.
to come
He'd
here.
have to come
we'd have to fly him
here.
out.
true, yeah.
Get him in the studio.
Yeah, it's true.
Get him
It's
on the
more
dangles.
it's more Deus Ex.
Maybe we can get him to guest on the New Year's show.
I kind of don't really know what's going on. I just know that.
What do you mean you don't? You played the first game.
Yeah, and they give you there's like a 12-minute kind of like
Yeah.
primer.
Megan,
Yeah.
his wife,
Yeah.
whatever, who is played by his wife,
Yeah.
betrays him. She is the mastermind the whole time. I think is how that first
Well,
game.
she's part of like he betrays like him and
Humanity
yeah.
in a lot of ways.
And yeah, like there's things happening. It's ramping up. I'm really starting to get interested right now. But
Yeah.
the first part was like, all right, walk around Prague and like figure stuff out.
Hey, I need you
And
to
it's
kill
like-
these hippos for
it's-
me.
It's
Leave
populated.
the
Adam.
fucking hippos alone, man. All right.
It's populated by a bunch of like Eurotrash, and I'm like, I kind of don't like how these guys look, and I can't really get behind
they
any
like
of this.
French Canadian Eurotrash?
No,
No.
I mean, they probably voiced by French Canadian
Yeah,
people.
that'd be soft.
They're people too.
But things are ramping up, and like I'm starting to get a focus, and I'm like the mission at hand is starting to get interesting.
Yeah. Cool.
My cousin brought. I just remembered this. He brought over his PlayStation VR, and let me tell you how big of a piece of junk that thing is.
Oh boy. Okay. Old model, new model.
Old model.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weren't you like really almost getting this thing when
I
it
think
came out?
I think I might have tried to talk you down from that a couple
If
times.
I had been working like that all last year, I probably would have.
If you had
already
money
bought
to
one.
burn, it would have been a fine thing to burn it on.
Yes, but he brought it over during the holiday season and let me try it. And I'm like, because I've tried your Oculus Rift.
My HTC Vive.
But yeah, so I have an impression of how VR is like. And,
Yeah, good VR.
Yeah.
Higher end VR.
And I'm playing this, and he only has like demos, like the demo disc and whatever. And he has Skyrim. And when did Skyrim come out?
The original Skyrim?
Yeah,
November 11th,
2014?
2011. 11.
2000 what?
Really? It's
11.
been 6 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's
Jesus.
been
Yeah, 6.
seven-
Just over 6.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So-
and I, sorry to interrupt, but I remember specifically Kevin and I pre-ordering that game and like getting it midnight because I got off the casino and texted you and you're like, I'm 4 hours in or something.
Yeah.
Just sorry. Just
So
that-
yeah, I'm playing like this is the game that he's been playing that he likes, and I'm playing it, and I'm like, this game looks like fucking garbage, and I'm getting dizzy because it's a janky like movement system and it sucks.
Does it like is it running well in the headset? Is it at 60? Do you think like how's the frame rate? Because that is apparently what makes you sick or not.
Well, what made me sick is like how I totally forget how the controls go, but you're not like smoothly walking, you're like blinking.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually like that.
Is that how it's?
They do that to avoid motion sickness. Of like if you're like pressing forward and just scrolling forward like that, you're gonna get sick fast.
Well, in this case, that's what made me kind of like sick, and I'm
Yeah.
like this. Plus, the game is all like not very nice looking.
Did you did you play Skyrim back in the day at all? Like
I bought the
right, yeah.
Oh yeah, you got the collector's
the
edition
collector's
with the
edition
statue.
with the statue, and the
You still have
statue
it?
is
You
the
should
best
give
part.
me that. You
No, I
still-
like that.
okay.
I put it on my toilet. But yeah, like so it's like I played through that whole entry part where the dragon attacks.
Yeah.
And then I got into the big overworld, and like I tried like giving it a shot, and it was cool because it was like VR, but it was like not good looking.
No.
I really want to try Resident Evil on it.
Yeah. It's
spooky.
It's supposed to be coming to the Vive later this
it
year,
not out yet?
2018. No, it's PlayStation timed exclusive. The VR thing was PlayStation exclusive. It is on PC, but not in VR.
Yeah. So that I like to tell you the honest truth, I'm still trying to build up like my bravery to try to play that game in
I see.
VR because like I don't know if I can stream that, but I think that'd be kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Streaming VR stuff. I tried.
I imagine
My
it's
house,
just
very
because
tough.
like
For you, it'd be fine because you don't give a fuck about what your mic sounds like and use one all the way across the room anyways. So whatever.
it
Just have
out-
Amber yell at you. It'd be great.
it outputs to the TV, so I imagine that's exactly what shows up.
Yeah, it would just be how do we hear you when you're facing backwards.
Oh, I see.
That was also the problem I had when doing the Vive stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just yell louder. It's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of frightened yells.
I also want to play Resident Evil quite badly.
Yeah.
Before these Game of the Year talks, I will at least put my hands on it. Is the plan. There's so many good games. 2017 was such a good fucking year for games.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was one of the best in a long time.
What would you say was the best year for games then?
2004.
What was the last Metal Gear?
2004, and I think it's 98. Like, it's either 98 or 90. Whatever the year Pokemon Red came out was like just a
1986.
fucking. Yeah, 86 was a good one too.
They mentioned
Really like
something.
86.
It's always is 87 and 2007. 87, 97, 2007. I heard that somewhere.
And 17.
Oh,
There you go.
shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so that kind of
Follows the pattern.
maybe it was 97 because it was whatever year like Pokemon Red and Blue came out was
97
also,
was Metal Gear.
Yeah, Metal
original
Gear,
Metal Gear.
and like
I think
N64
Link to the Past
was right.
Was
around the
97
horizon. No, Link to the
Not
Past would have been
Link to-
earlier.
Which one
Ocarina
was?
of Time.
There you
was
go,
Was that
yeah,
Final
the
Fantasy
N64
VII?
ones.
Or was that 94.
What did you just say?
I said
that
was
for the N67?
Was Final Fantasy 7 in 97 or was that 94?
I think that might have been 97.
I think it was too.
Yeah.
Was the PlayStation wasn't out in 94, so for sure it wasn't 94.
You don't-
Super
was that
Nintendo
out-
Super Nintendo came out in 93. Yeah, no, it wasn't 94.
I heard this somewhere. Probably another podcast. But it's, 87, 97, 2007.
Yeah, because I think
17. Wow.
I think
Boom
Mario
every
3
10
was
years.
87.
Damn.
At any rate, that's me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got a few other things. Fortnite continues to be Fortnite.
Brother, are you excited for Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
I didn't play it much.
Did you play any?
I got into the thing. I got into that hub
You got
world
into the
where
chibi hub
where
world?
I'm like, yeah, these characters look awesome. They're nice and crisp and colorful. And I went into the training mode
very large heads.
and I did a couple of the training mode missions. And I'm like, this looks fucking awesome, but I don't really know what's going on. And then I had to put it down, thinking I'd play it later. And then that
Didn't.
open beta just closed.
Yeah, it opened up again yesterday.
Did it?
Just for 24 hours. Because the first one was like a garbage fire, so they opened it back up. That game's cool.
It does look cool. It looks really cool, and I'm interested in it.
It
It's
plays
just like
very interestingly, too. Like,
I've never been into like Guilty Gear.
No.
I've never gotten into Guilty Gear.
it's very, very similar to Marvel vs. Capcom.
I
Like,
don't think so.
it totally is.
I don't think
It totally is. The strings are different. The motions are different, but you are like getting in there, doing your string, ending with a knock up, tagging your next dude in, doing his string, continuing the juggle,
you know,
tagging
like-
your next dude in, doing his string,
To
and
be perfectly
charging up your
honest,
super meter.
I didn't play. I barely played enough of it, and you're probably right. And also that it's the whole thing where it's based on the Guilty Gear engine that I'm like, oh, I've never really
Yeah.
liked those games.
All of that said, I've never played Marvel vs. Capcom, so I mean, it looks very similar to me. I don't know.
Yeah, in that vein, like I was heavy into Marvel vs. Capcom, and I quickly fell off, which is unfortunate
Yeah.
because
I played the beta because I wasn't really sold on it, and it turns out there are certain moves that you do in the game where if you end the fight on that move, you get a cool cinematic. So, for example, if you're Goku and you kill him with your big Super Kamehameha, it like zooms out and shows the planet and shows like the Kamehameha is like destroying the moon or whatever because it's so giant. I saw one where Frieza blows up the planet, and I'm like, oh man, that happens in the show, and just it was done, it was gone. I already have my credit card number in. I've bought it on every console. I'm sold.
Dragon Ball.
What'd you say the move was?
What Kamehameha?
Isn't it Kamehameha?
Ooh.
Come on now.
You're right. Listen, I know that. I know
Okay,
all
you
about
know
the
that.
Kamehameha. It's from Kame House. Absolutely.
Exactly.
I was westernizing it
Ugh.
for you casuals.
Lordy.
Casuals,
How
we'll say.
dare you?
Dragon Ball watchers, not a fighters.
It's true.
That game's cool. That game's really cool. I don't know. I don't like fighting games.
Did
How
you-
were you gonna
Did you play a lot of it?
you get a Filipino standoff? Yeah, I did. I played like I think I played probably close to
Did you fight
40
people?
matches. Yep. Yeah.
How did that go?
I get my so if someone just keeps attacking me nonstop, I don't know what to. Should I block? I don't know. I just
Because they
lose.
have the thing. They have the easy combo where you
Every
mash.
combo isn't those are the combos. Every combo
Really? You
is an
can't
easy
string
combo.
them, like,
So there's light, medium, heavy, and then your I think it's called special. You're like key blast, shoot an energy ball,
that's
and
very much so Marvel vs. Capcom.
yeah, but
3.
all the combos in this are you can string them together however you want basically. So you can do like the first 3 can be anything. The first 3 can be heavy, light, medium, or light, 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 or any combination of the 3 will always combo. And then if you did a combo for the character, you go into the second part of the combo. So for instance, Goku's string is light, 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 light. So if you started with light, 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 you can then proceed with the second part of the combo. And but they're basically all just light, 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 or heavy, 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 or light, heavy, special. And every special move is just a quarter circle and a button.
That is very
And
much so
that's
like
it.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, so it's each character kind of has like 4 moves that you need to learn because the other ones are basically the same.
It's flashy,
It's super flashy.
and it looks like the Dragon Ball cartoon,
a lot, yeah.
which is really cool.
That's sweet.
I played quite a few games, and I would say at least 10% of them. I had one that I thought I was losing the game. I was like, oh my god, this guy is destroying me. I can't even get up. And then, the fight happens, the life bars go to 0, whatever, and the score pops up, and it's like, you won 2-0. It's like, oh, that was me. I was the left side of the screen this time. That's fantastic. Because when you're picking your team, you're picking between 3 different characters, and you're picking a color palette. So if 2 of you are the same color, you are the same color. Oh. And it is such a frantic game where you're flying and zooming around and knocking each other off one side of the screen onto the other and like constantly switching sides. And so there was at least half the time I had no fucking idea which character I was. But it was like, well, I'm either this character attacking, so I'm just going to keep doing the combos, or I'm this one who's getting attacked, so I can't do anything anyways. I might as well keep doing the combos. But it's fun. I wonder how it's going to do in like the pro scene. I wonder if we'll see it at, say, EVO.
You might see it at EVO, but it'll be like the year you saw Killer Instinct at EVO.
Killer Instinct is at EVO every year, but
I don't know about that.
It is. It's not.
But they're not
huge.
like, it's not like a main event game, not like Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
it's just
I don't
always
even
like
know
the
if
side.
I don't even know if it'll
stuff.
be a side game because, like, to me, like I got the combos, which made me think like, oh, this is for casuals. Like, I don't know fighting games at all, but I'm picking this up and kind of getting it. Like, okay, if they're doing this, I need to do this to counter, and the game goes counter every time you counter. So, which is like, oh, okay, I'm doing the right thing. And I got it quickly enough that it made me think like, this must be for idiots.
Just your intro fighter game.
Yeah,
Something easy win.
Yeah, maybe. I guess. I don't know. You can crack that can. Don't be shy. This is called Foley. Hold that right up to the mic. Bryce, what have you been up to?
Oh, games?
Yeah?
No.
Tell me all about them. Board, card,
No.
sport, mind.
Hearthstone. I've been watching people play games. Does that
Yeah.
count?
What are you
Absolutely.
watching?
I've watched someone play through all of Doki Doki Literature Club. If anyone has heard anything about that,
I've heard that game has a turn.
it does.
Yeah. Maybe don't say anymore.
No, that's
'cause
all.
I sort of want to play.
You should play it. It's free
Yeah.
on Steam.
Really?
Yep.
Should I honestly play?
You should play it.
Okay.
It's a good time.
How long?
But
how
you
long?
didn't play it.
I didn't play it. I watched someone else play it because I didn't know it. It looked dumb too, and it's a long time before anything cool happens.
Ooh, how long?
I assume the people watching were a little bad, so I'm
Yeah.
sure you could get to it pretty quick.
Because it looks like an anime like dating sim, right? Just
Yeah, it's more of a visual novel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is
you don't
that-
have too many choices. Maybe 6 that really matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
Well, it's great.
All right.
Just
I've heard it takes a
try it
turn.
out, yeah.
I really want to check it out again.
If you have heard nothing of it,
Before Game of the
check
Year.
out Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah. All right. And stick with it. Apparently, is
Oh, yeah.
what it sounds like. Because you'll start and be like, ooh, this is. But
Yeah.
like Frog Fractions, stick with it.
Stick with your waifu. That's what all you got to do.
Also, it was more of a husbando.
Switch your waifus
No,
all the time.
did I say
No.
Did I say that right? Husbando.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
Allegedly.
But yeah, no, that's great.
Husbando got a big pop from the live studio audience.
Woo.
What else you been up to?
HCT's on right now. Should be over when this airs. It's that time.
HCT.
Hearthstone Championship Tournament.
Oh.
Woo.
Who's your team? You Trump?
I don't even know his name. He's the German one. He's currently undefeated. He's going to go all the way.
Oh, wow.
Win me 5 packs.
Undefeated?
Undefeated. Wow. Right?
Isn't that pretty? Isn't Hearthstone like so high variance that undefeated is pretty rare?
I guess. I think he's like 11-4 with
that is
the breakups
not
between
undefeated.
the things.
That is
Well,
4 defeats.
it's best of 5 for each round, and he's only done 2 rounds so far.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but undefeated match-wise.
Got
And
11 wins.
that number's probably wrong as
over
well.
yeah, 2 rounds
15
in a best of 5.
6 and 2.
Superior
Something like that.
German engineering.
Exactly.
Right there.
That's how he keeps winning. He just keeps fudging the numbers. Salento, something like that. The German
cilantro.
one. Cilantro. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Colento.
No, not Calento.
No.
He's out already.
Kaleo.
He's German,
I
though,
don't know.
isn't he?
Some's kind of EU. The EU's doing bad.
Eurotrash, as
Yeah.
Oliver said earlier.
Yeah.
As it is.
Fucking Euro trash.
Yeah, no. Other than that, shitty board games, regular games, and Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons and Dangles?
and Dangles. Oh!
You can't say that. You haven't even played yet.
Yeah, I've been making characters and sending you backstory. We've been
Okay.
prepping. I'm so excited.
Prepping.
I was going to ask if you
Oh.
guys have had your first session or not yet.
No,
No, not You guys.
The day after,
I
or
opted out.
the week after New Year's show.
I opted out, but now I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I opted out, and then I listened to another podcast where these guys played a game that wasn't Dungeons and Dragons, but was a role playing game. I was like, yeah.
I love that show, and
Yeah.
I wish we could do that.
We're not creative.
I know we're not creative
You
enough.
see why we can't
Hold
do
on.
that?
Critical Role?
Don't
No.
say we. You.
No, all of us collectively, our improvisational skills are
Yes,
not at a
and
level where we could hold that show together.
I could do it.
I mean,
I don't
like
know,
I
man.
believe in you.
they're like that. Okay, so
We're not a yes and podcast.
yeah, we're really.
We're
not.
really
But
not a yes and podcast.
I feel like we could eventually.
yeah, we can
Practice
practice.
makes
We can work
perfect.
at
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so
You gotta start with D&D.
So break it down. Like what
Yeah.
what did they do? What
They
was
played,
so cool?
They played an RPG called
Yeah, speaking of yes, and here you are shooting it down.
Apocalypse World.
Okay.
Apocalypse World.
I don't get it because the first one's called Fiasco. I remember that.
Yeah, that's a different game.
So, but it all strings together. Like, what's his face is kind of stringing them all together.
Yeah.
So it works?
So we're talking about the Giant Beast Cast.
That's right.
Is a podcast you can go listen to on giantbomb.com.
Whoa, don't be plugging these hacks.
If we're gonna talk about them, listen,
we
they're
don't have to talk about them.
they're excellent. Yeah, they played Fiasco for the first time, which
Yeah.
is a completely different game, and their DM is just it's his headcanon, right? He's just making it up as he goes. He's like, the same story, you guys are the same characters, and we're playing a different game now. It's just a different rule set. But there's no like one thing they did that was so cool. They're just very
They're very funny dudes.
they're very good improv.
Are they people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Are they
Comedians,
No,
actors,
no,
voice
no.
actors.
They've been podcasting
Vid-
for a long
Okay.
time.
video game pundits,
They're
video
just
game journalists,
regular ass people.
Yeah.
Yes, but they've been
But
doing
they're clever and they're
this-
snappy and
far more often than we have for far longer, and have quite the repartee in a way that we don't.
I think we do. I absolutely think
Listen,
we do.
we can try it. I think it's gonna fall flat. Having played a lot of fucking tabletop RPGs in my time,
Setup
and knowing
completely different.
exactly
The
how
amount
they
of man
go.
hours you need to reconstruct this studio to be able to facilitate D&D. It's not going to happen
It's
anytime
all
soon.
so. Also, they do it all audio.
Yeah.
And like it still totally plays, which I think.
I love it.
I think like really lends to they have a very 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 experienced and very strong GM DM.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
I
GM
feel
in that game.
I feel like that guy is the crux of this. I don't know who would
Yes.
fill that. I don't know what it takes to be DM.
Apparently, Kevin's setting up camp. Come play Kevin's campaign.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Take,
What
you
do I
can
gotta do?
you can take my
What
spot.
do I gotta do?
You gotta make a
Yeah.
what does he have to do?
Tons
make
of stuff,
character.
man. There's like 4 hours of homework before you can even get invited to the game.
It's probably like maybe an hour of homework if you try to shortchange it. You need, what do you need? You need a character. You need a character. And you need a backstory.
Don't even need the character until session 0, but
Well,
you,
yeah,
you
you
need a concept and a backstory.
You need
Yeah.
a concept and backstory, which I find to be the most like easy and fun part. It's like just do whatever you want. What,
Yeah.
what kind of story you want to be? The gunslinger from the Dark Tower? Make it happen. Like find
Idris
inspiration.
Elba.
and-
Yes, that's who I want to be.
Not the movie.
Ha.
Oh!
Not the first suggestion.
What? Jesus!
Whoa!
I'm okay. I didn't realize what happened until after I said it. Should have just speared you. We could try it. I don't know. I don't think
I'll ask you about it afterwards because
We should try. We should try it.
But I mean, it's just that open-mindedness that we need, and yes, it's the yes and attitude, which I mean,
Listen, I am Mr. Yes and. I literally have a shirt that
Except
says
for
yes on the
all
front
ideas.
and on the back. No, if we're improving, I'm yes and. If you're like, we should do this thing that's completely unrealistic, I'm the guy who has to
That's
rein
when
it
you're
back in.
no-sirring it.
Because I'm the one who has to set it all up and do it and
sir.
pay the money to buy the equipment. So of course I rein it back a little bit sometimes.
It's just
Anyways,
like
how
this,
do
just
we-
throwing some dice. Good to go.
Yeah.
there's like a whole like program to it, isn't there?
Well,
Like,
the one they did, yeah.
Yeah.
It's but I mean we could roll physical dice.
Have you not heard of this game, Bryce?
Apocalypse World it's called. It sounds very
vaguely familiar.
Sounds very similar to D&D, but its rule set is it's so for instance if you're doing a check, it'll be okay, you pass the check, it'll be like you can ask the GM one of these 3 questions, like which enemy is most threatening to me, how can I best escape the situation? Like there's a list of like kind of
Is it Apocalypse Shadowrun or something like that? I have heard.
it is not a it's not a Shadowrun game.
It's not Shadowrun. That's separate. Okay.
That's different. Maybe I'm saying the name wrong, but it's a different
Okay.
tabletop
Yeah,
RPG. Yeah, where your stats are hard, cool, weird, Sharp. That might be it.
Those all sound great.
So what did
Yeah.
you say? What,
Weird, hard, cool, and sharp, I think.
Yeah,
All my
yeah.
stats would
Which
be
is
I was
hard.
listening to it on the way here.
No, I'm rolling cool, son.
Yeah. It's neat, and I like the idea, and I feel like
Yeah.
it'd be fun.
Maybe it's just...
I do feel like maybe we wouldn't be
Maybe,
like it wouldn't be like good podcasting material like they do.
yeah.
But I mean, we could totally work up to that.
I would just have supplementary material, just podcast, and then hey, we're doing D&D stuff. You could listen into our games.
And maybe classic pen and paper D&D is just not the best format for the type of thing you would want to do for a show game.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it.
sure.
We have a lot of time. We got all these cameras and these mics.
Just need confident people who know the rules, or at least know their classes.
Yeah.
Because when it gets to your turn, and it's like,
The thing with this game is
can't
that
have that.
it really is like super open.
Yeah, and
where, like-
it's like everybody builds the world together. Whereas when we play D&D, we very much are like, okay, we're in the DM's world. DM make the world,
And see,
we the players.
that's
are in.
why I've already no sir that shit in my game.
Yeah, no, it should be this collaborative effort.
That's
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's why I got my
That's
story in
exactly
early,
it.
so it's all gonna be Bryce all the time.
I've played D&D
You
with
didn't even
all.
get your story in first.
Damn it.
I've played D&D with all the people that are invited, and I know they aren't about that shit. They're like, let's just roll. I hit my sword 1d6 plus 1. Roll dice. They're just there to see numbers.
There's only one person who's like that.
That's
and-
not true.
No, it's true. It's true. At least according to the survey.
Yep. For survey, I put 0 rolling. I put all role play.
If you can promise me no rolling, I'm 100% in. I guarantee I'm in right now.
I can't promise that.
Or refuse all the rolling.
I swear it on the Undisputed Championship that if you promise me no rolling, I will play. You do anything else, Bryce?
Not at all.
No? Kevin, what about
Nothing.
you?
Well, other than making unrealistic promises to people at the table,
So how much rolling do you think? Like,
none.
I'm in!
Ooh.
No, I haven't really played a lot since last show, but I did pick up Persona 5 again
Trying to finish it.
for about a couple hours. I got through the second change of heart. I'm just waiting the 11 days it now takes before in-game time before the effects of my beating this boss will be seen.
Okay. What are you like
So-
supposed to do in the meantime?
You know, go to the library, maybe go to the
okay.
batting cages, check out a
Go to
movie.
See what Yosuke's up to.
Yeah, maybe go to the laundromat,
Get your diligent. Do you still have like the
take
six
out
core
take out
stats?
rent a movie, watch a movie
What
at
would
home.
that improve?
It depends on what movie you watch.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. So
So you're just building stats in this part.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's weird because each like they're like basically like assassination missions. You pick a target and then you go into their mind and essentially make them realize what an evil person they are so they confess to all their crimes.
It's a heist. You're
Yeah.
stealing the darkest parts of their soul
You
from
steal
them.
their heart from them.
There was a volleyball teacher that touched
Yeah.
little girls, wasn't there? Students.
Allegedly.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, well,
No, he
not that-
I don't
they're not
know
that
if it
little.
ever
Students.
and it's been a while since I did that one. I don't know if they ever said whether or not it was sexual in nature, but he did beat the shit out of them.
Oh,
Because he was equal opportunity. He beat the shit out of the men and the women.
okay.
it's hard to know which is worse in a lot of ways.
Yeah. But,
It's just physical abuse.
yeah. Very, very abusive. But the way it works is
Kinda
you
fucked how
you
that's
get
kind
your
of okay
target.
now.
Do you want to be a champ or not?
You get your target, and then you have a certain number of days to complete the missions to beat the target. And you have to go back into the dream world a couple times in order to accomplish your mission.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it apparently really early this time, so now I have a whole bunch of time to kill.
Oh,
So I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I think I'll sign up for some clinical trials, take some pills.
I don't know.
You know, maybe I'll go see a movie for
Yeah,
sure.
The movie, all right, but like, you're a magic persona man. Who knows how the pills are going to react with you?
you're also
Well,
a high school kid.
I can
You're also a high school kid.
I can build my reputation up with the super hot doctor lady who's
That's the one.
Nurse. Massage nurse.
No, she's a doctor.
Oh, I'm thinking a nurse. I'm thinking of the nurse specifically. I think her name is Nurse. That's how you learn her name.
I don't know who that is.
She's got a special massage for you.
All right, maybe I'll look for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's. I mean, it's
fucked how that's okay.
Yeah, it's a weird game.
I'm sure it's finer. I'm sure it makes more sense in Japanese. I don't know. In the original translation.
yeah. Some of the translation in the game is kind of iffy, but
Yeah, I've heard some of the localization is apparently just bad.
yeah.
Like bad.
But you always get that translating Japanese to English anyway, so
Not always. If you do it well, look at like every Nintendo game ever made. The localization is usually very good.
because in every Nintendo game ever made, there's like 4 lines of dialogue in the entire
That's
game.
not true. How many lines of dialogue in Legend of Zelda? Lots.
Is there?
You have to get the drive.
Text also, because Persona is mostly text. Persona is like barely any VO. It's usually someone being like, "Hey."
No, it's a lot of VO,
I guess
Yeah.
the cutscenes are, but
and there's a lot of cutscenes.
who's
David-
watching the conversation?
David Hayter on a podcast I just listened to explained the
Manatang podcast,
2011.
2011.
Was that 2011?
Yeah.
Only that was a long time ago.
We were actually talking about this on. Sorry to interrupt.
That's
So, no, go ahead. I'm gonna.
He explained how it's fucking tough going from
Voice of Solid Snake.
Japanese VO and then having to either speed up or slow down their cadence in English to match what the game is showing, because
Yeah.
they're not going to change that.
The length of the scene doesn't change. So if
Yeah.
it takes
Yeah.
1 second to say hello in Japanese, but 8 seconds to say it in English, you better talk really fast.
Yeah, and that's sort of he sort of touched on how like it's kind of fucked that way, but that's how it is.
I guess that would have happened in Metal Gear, probably.
Yeah, that's
He's also Japanese Snake.
No, but Metal Gear, Kojima's Japanese, so Metal Gear was produced and created in Japanese and then translated to English.
He doesn't do both Snake voices,
No,
though. Oh.
Japanese Snake. As someone who doesn't speak Japanese at all, I think Japanese Snake is hilarious. Not my snake, not my fucking snake.
Fun fact: David Hayter does know Japanese.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
there you go.
He
Fluent?
lived in Japan for a while.
That is a fun
I
fact.
think I knew that. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably asked him about that. Well, I mean, by me, I mean we.
Yeah.
I mean you guys.
When I said Konnichiwa, bitch. And he
I
was
know
like, oh,
sir the
here's
shit out of that
Japanese.
show. Oh, you guys are talking to this David Hayter guy for like 2 hours?
fuck
I'm gonna
is
go
that?
downstairs and play.
I'm gonna be a David hater.
That's right. Hate this
Boom.
David Hayter.
Sorry, you were.
I
let's
was
get
just
you back on
saying
track.
we were trying to figure out on my stream yesterday about when the hell did this group come together and start podcasting?
Like you, me,
I mean,
Oliver?
you two have been doing it for longer, but what year did I join?
I'm 32 now, 33 now. We met when I think I was probably 19.
Wow, for real? I guess I'm 26.
No, that's not true. I wasn't. I'd be
You were
straight out of
probably
high
20.
school, and I wasn't an
26.
electrician by then.
7
I've been
years.
an electrician for 10 years.
You were 20.
So
Yeah.
10 years ago, at least.
I think you were exactly 20
Yeah, 20.
at Eastside.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, that
so
checks
yeah,
out.
10-ish years ago.
I don't. Were you ever on the Angsty podcast? No, you were on
No.
Manatank, right? You were on Gamer.
I was
Guy,
on Gamer Guy, yeah.
We do this all the time, you guys.
I know,
Angsty
we do.
Was the fucking machinima
Yeah.
weird dark ages.
When Matt's like, "Hey, you should listen to my podcast," and I'm like, "Okay," and then I listen to it, and it's like 45 seconds of talking about movies, and then 12 hours of machinima.
Okay, that's not where I was.
No,
Where
no,
those
I
go.
was, keeping the kayfabe.
Protect the business.
And then I don't know what came after. Gamer guy.
Nah,
No.
we've been doing this for such a long time. It doesn't matter. Our entire lives.
What,
Yeah.
what was
My
that train of
entire
thought?
life.
I don't know, because you said something about 2011, and we kind of came up with that it was around 2011.
Had to be before
Maybe
that.
a little
because
earlier.
You were
Way
like
before that.
well established on the show when we had.
Yeah, and I remember that
Dave
we
on.
talked about talking.
We
about
were
it.
we
I
were
was
doing the show here
freaking
when
out.
we had David Hayter on.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
Bright
And then-
Cynic was on 20 Minutes Surrender. We were when we were doing
yes.
the show here.
Those 4 shows,
Yeah,
glorious.
we were just we're on a.
I think it was 5.
really. I was highballing it at 4.
I keep getting asked. People keep asking, when's 20 Minutes Surrender coming back?
Oh,
When's 20
when
Minutes
Leading
Surrender
Light
coming
just
back?
gets good.
On Dungeons and Dangles, Kevin streamed it as every Thursday. We were talking about it, and we're on a decennial schedule now. So once every 10 years, we do an episode.
There we go.
So we'll see you in 4 more years.
But yeah, so we determined that my Twitter account started in 2011 apparently, and
probably
I
why.
did not start my Twitter account as soon as I was on the show. I had to get massively convinced to do it.
Yeah, and you went to E3 with Eric in 2012, so you...
No, that was 2013.
I'm pretty sure it was 2012, because I went in 2011. Didn't you go the year after?
Well, I have the tag upstairs. We can look at the date on it.
Okay.
but-
It's forever, our entire lives.
Yeah,
I know
it's been a
this
while.
is breaking
Not-
the rules,
Kevin's old as shit, not his entire life.
but Hima says she started listening in high school, so between 05 and 09.
Jesus.
That's probably all right.
Jesus.
Fucking
probably
hell,
all right,
you
yeah.
guys.
You anything else, Kev? What else?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah?
But speaking of Dungeons and Dangles, we are closing out. We're getting close. I think it'll be maybe a couple more weeks.
Uh-oh.
Do I still have
And
time to slide in?
Huh?
Do I still have time to slide in?
slide in and do what?
We're talking about his stream. His stream is Dungeons and Dangles. The
Oh, okay.
Dungeons and Dragons game is Dungeons and Dragons and Dangles.
Oh, wow,
D&D.
that's fucking
Yeah.
confusing.
D&D.
Or Dangles and Dragons.
Or which would arguably be more confusing, but all right.
Either way.
So your stream is still going on?
Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon?
Yeah.
Darkest Dang?
Playing
Game
the same
Boys?
game for like 5 months now.
Fuck yeah.
But we're getting close, and I'm going to do an extended stream on the Thursday before the live show. Should be February 1st.
Yep, the Thursday. Did I talk about the Rock Band show on the stream?
No, I was
on
going
this
to bring that
podcast?
up. I was going to bring that up, but no, he didn't. So yeah, I have the week off, so I don't know what time I'm going to start that day, but it's going to be a couple hours early. We're going to go for a long time and see how much we can get done.
Cool. February the first.
First, yeah.
It's gonna be a big day. We'll put a thing up on the Twitch events.
Yeah, and then February 2nd,
The hottest show in town.
we're going to be doing another one of those Gong Show Rock Band streams.
Nothing gong about it. All show, no gong. Yep, Rock Band stream, February the 2nd, 7:30. I think I have 7:30 put on the schedule. I don't know. Go to our Twitch page and look at the events events calendar.
Is Rock Band still fun, you guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Is karaoke still fun? Always. Is this a great
That's a good
excuse to
point.
do like dumb? It's karaoke where
That's a very
3
good
people
point.
can like play mini games while one person does karaoke.
Yeah.
We've lost a lot of the song licenses. Well, a lot of the song licenses have disappeared, which fucking sucks.
We watched one disappear live when we were playing the last time.
Yeah, that was weird.
because it was Matt was picking his song list, and one of Matt's go-to songs is Meatloaf
Paradise.
Paradise
Don't do
by the
anything else.
Dashboard
Oh.
Lights.
It's 8.5 minutes.
And Matt was picking a set list, and we were doing 3 songs at a time. And I informed Matt, I'm like, hey man, you have 3 songs. Did you see how long your set list is? And he's like, no, I didn't look at it. I'm like, well, look. And
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
38 minutes or something
29
like that.
minutes. So for 29 minutes for 3 songs. And he's like, okay, well, I'll knock one of these long songs out and pick a shorter one because we don't want to be here all night. And 3 songs later, I get up and I'm like, well, you know what? You didn't do Paradise by the Dashboard Light, so I'm going to do it. And in between him picking it and me trying to pick it 25 minutes later, license was gone.
Yep. That was New Year. It probably expired the year because
Yeah,
that was New Year's Eve.
That
so
might
it
have
probably
been
hit.
it. It might have
2018
expired at
wherever.
12:01. Yeah.
Yeah. That was our New Year's Eve. I don't know if we were talking about that. You and I just
Yeah.
fucking
We talked about that on
did
the
we?
show a couple weeks
played
ago.
Rock Band and only. Did we have drums set up? We did have drums, right?
Yeah,
Just
it was
drums and singing.
Drums and singing.
That was like the best way to play Rock Band.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
would 100% do that again. If I had a house, I'd just play by my goddamn self.
If I had an Xbox One, because I sure have a bunch of Rock Band equipment in my house that I can't use.
It's true. Anybody else got anything they want to bring up here? First half?
No, man.
No, everyone's good.
PlayStation VR sucks.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
We'll get there. VR will get there.
I really want to buy Resident Evil.
I've told you this before, but porn's pretty good on the Vive now. Pretty good on PC now.
I was thinking about that.
I'm
I'm
sure
like,
the Rift
how
is
do
fine.
I do that with this PlayStation VR?
I don't, maybe a web browser. I don't know.
Because I see it on
Your friends
I see it
and
on-
mine at YouPorn. I'm sure. Pardon
the
me,
site.
Pornhub. I'm sure have your back.
Just do it with your phone. Give them those cardboard things. Good to go.
Yeah, which we'll be talking about later.
But I mean,
God.
can you? Will it just like you click on that? Because I know if you click on that
I don't have
regularly,
these answers.
it's fucked up.
I don't have any of these answers.
If you have your VR helmet on,
it's still fucked up, but in a really cool way. Also kind of gross. Not on the answers, but let's go for a musical break. I'll look for them. I'll look for the answers, Oliver.
Perfect.
We'll see you here on the other side of this.
I need to pee.
I got drunk.
Was it half rum?
What time is it?
8 o'clock.
No, this is 2 drinks. I crushed one before we even started here.
Oh yeah.
P.
Oh,
We got a live studio audience waiting upstairs for us to finish so we can play board
Right,
games.
Yeah, and fucking open that door. It's getting toasty in here.
Maybe we should have left it open.
Jeez.
Hey, Golden. Thanks for joining us, brother man. I saw you, but I didn't want to... I try to preserve the integrity of the audio show as much as possible.
That's right. We ain't got time to be talking to chat.
We ain't got time to be talking to chat.
No.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, well, we got time right now.
Yeah, absolutely. How's it going, everybody?
Hey, chat.
Hima's hanging out. Tomo's here. Some stun called... Am I reading this right? Dined Angels? I don't know.
What?
He's a sub, so maybe I shouldn't be
Shit talking him.
too rude.
Tomo, how's your D&D game going? We were talking about that like a couple months back.
I think I saw him say he played one with no rolls one time,
Yeah.
which sounded weird.
And you could just play a class where you just never roll dice.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't keep another commitment. I can't keep another weekly commitment. I can barely keep this one.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
It is literally just a time concern. If I had more time, I'd be there.
Yeah.
Even if it's shitty. Like, I'll get fucked up and still have a great time. I don't care about anybody else.
I'm trying to make it not shitty.
Yeah.
I
should
I'm
probably
trying
come.
to get everybody on board.
I should
with,
probably come at least. Can I come, like, sporadically? Is that fine?
Yeah,
Can I,
absolutely.
like, show up for the first one?
There's
and then...
the one person who's 0% roleplay plans on showing up once a month.
Okay. I don't know when I'll be there.
Yeah, show
I don't
up
know.
whenever you want.
All right. Can you send me some other stories? I need some... When I write D&D stories, I like to be the last person to write it so that I can, like, okay, what is everybody else thinking? What is the world that they have set up? Perfect. I'm just going to sidle my way in here, and yeah, here's how I fit in, and beautiful.
Well, that's
Do you know what I mean?
That's the point of the session 0.
Okay.
Because everybody has their own backstory,
Mm-hmm.
and then the plan is the party has been together for at least a year, and session 0 will be figuring out how everyone met, how everyone got together, and what happened during that year.
Okay. We've played a lot of D&D in the last, I don't know, year and a half. We've played a lot of different campaigns in the last, like, year and a half, 2 years. And I've used all my good writing up
Just recycle.
when I was DMing, honestly.
Just recycle.
You fucks. I had so much time put into that goddamn campaign. And
There's,
I picked a bad group, and they didn't show up.
There's one rule that I've learned with watching videos over the last little while, is that cliches are fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just they are.
Everything's been done. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, everything's been done. So don't try to
Fair.
think of something original.
No, I never do, really, but, like, I don't know. It's got to feel organic, you know? I need inspiration to strike. I don't just fucking like to come up with, like, oh, I was a fighter my village was slaughtered by orcs. I hate orcs now. Boom. Fucking orcs.
Do you guys watch Bright?
No.
Is that the Will Smith one?
Really?
Yeah. I've heard really good things.
I've heard really...
It's a cool
I've-
fucking world.
I've seen I've just seen bad reviews, so I've
They
sort
don't
of...
really do much with it, but I think they're making a few more. But it's
Yeah.
a really cool fucking world.
You and Kevin are honestly the only people I've heard say positive things about Bright.
I haven't watched it.
That's the Netflix Will
Yeah.
Smith one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Where his buddy is an
Whoa,
troll.
spoilers.
orc with a K or C.
See,
Okay, I'm in. If you would have said K.
Who spells orc with a K? Nobody.
Space
yeah, Warhammer.
Warhammer? Yeah.
Ooh.
Space
Can you give me
Marine.
the Cliff Notes on this D&D thing?
Can you lean forward?
We're not on.
No,
No,
but
we're not
we're
on.
still on for the
They can
the
hear me.
people. No,
Emma
they
can
can't.
hear me.
Emma, can you hear him?
Tomo can hear me.
No, they can't.
Give me the Cliff Notes real quick.
The Cliff Notes is we're going to try to play once a week. I don't know how well that's going to go considering I only have 2 people who have signed up as weekly players.
Like an actual tabletop, like get together and
Yeah.
do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you here when I asked them if it would be okay if I only showed up like sporadically? Because apparently any schedule is fine, right?
Yeah.
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 It will work
I
for
have
any
someone
schedule.
who may show up once every couple months, and I'm still totally fine with that.
I'd probably be like a once every 2 to 3 weeker.
Yeah.
Maybe every week. I don't
That's
know.
fine.
Okay.
It's all fine.
I'll get something in then. You talked me into
Don't,
it.
I'm not trying to
You
talk
talked me
you into
No,
it,
no,
man.
you did.
You
I
do you.
wanted to be talked into it. I really did.
And we're just playing this. We're not streaming it or anything.
No.
But
For
this would be
now.
yes. Listen, if you want to get good at improv and tabletop games and learn how to do that, come play with us. And if it's like really popping off, then of course we'll do a stream. Yes, absolutely. Good.
And
I
this
will
is
never
in-
turn down good content.
In the Dungeons and Dragons world.
Yes.
which means nothing.
Which means absolutely nothing.
It is literally just the rule set that
Yeah.
defines like
The Dungeons and Dragons world is just, hey, imagine any fantasy situation you can think
Fantasy
of,
situation
and that
is
is
what
the Dungeons and Dragons world. Yes.
Are we limited to, or like, are we in a steampunk era? Are we limited to like old swords and sorcery?
What, no. Why?
Yeah,
What do you
perfect, perfect. No, I was just, I'm
want?
asking.
Make everything work, man.
I'm the audience. I'm
Make
asking
everything
questions
work.
for Oliver. You should come play.
What do I need to do?
You need to at least have some sort of grasp of the rules.
Easy.
I know-
I can bring.
sort
I
of
can bring you up
familiar.
to. I can
I
bring you
know
up to speed in
that
no time.
a couple people
Last
emailed
minute?
me back and
Or-
were all like, I'm afraid of playing because I don't want to be the one to slow the game down.
I'm not afraid of that.
I'll slow that goddamn
No, I'm
game
not.
as much
I'm
as
not
you
afraid
can.
of that.
Come
The
on,
thing I'm
motherfucker.
most afraid of is what Matt was just grumbling about. We're stuck with a fucking shitty group, and Oliver never fucking shows up.
No, but Kevin's like weird. Anybody show up whenever you want.
Yeah, my
Style
plan
of
is if you
DMing.
don't show up, the story will go on
Yeah.
around you.
My campaign that I was running was like, no, we need everybody. We need everybody here because you guys are like a tight knit group and you're telling the story. So if 2 guys don't show up, of 4, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and
So that
that's
was where I
what
fell
I'm
apart.
most afraid of because I have not commitment issues
No, yeah.
in
no,
the
part
same
timers. You
in
and
the
me are
vein.
gonna. That's fine. I just asked him if it's okay to be a part timer, and yeah, it's totally fine.
If it ends up just one-on-one, you and Kev, it's gonna go
I've
down.
always said, hey, as a podcast group, we should do a
I know
D&D.
you've always said that, and I've always said no for a reason.
Yeah, no, sir.
Join us. Join us. Yes, Oliver. And
Is there like
hope you're there.
is there like a fucking email primer?
Yeah, you want me to email it to you right now?
Yes, please.
you should come. At least see what it is,
Yes.
because I got talked into it, and if you're in, I guess I'll.
You create your own
extra
character
detail.
and you tell your backstory.
Yeah,
and then you're kind of just
100%, whatever you want.
weaving.
I'm gonna have to email it for you from my computer.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
Yeah, where you make up your own backstory, and then apparently we're all going to meet and kind of compare notes and figure out a way.
And everything fits.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
adjust and massage everybody's story as much as we
It's
need
the
to.
year
to-
0 thing. Or what did you episode 0 thing?
Yeah,
Neat.
it's the pilot episode essentially.
The one thing they do in the show I listened to, the RPG they played, is they talk about it like it's a movie in a lot of ways. So they'll be like, the DM is constantly saying, okay, what does that look like? So you'll be like, okay, I want to use my inspiration or whatever. I want to use my with the skill, and he'll be like, okay, what does that look like?
Yeah, he sets up
Yeah.
scenes and like,
and you
okay, well,
physically have to describe it.
we're gonna cut away on we're gonna leave it on this scene and the fucking train snake is coming up on the guy and that's where we cut.
Take
Cut away.
notes. Trains.
And I love
it's
that.
so
I
good.
fucking love that.
Have you been watching
Mr.
Critical Role?
Snikowski.
Yeah, the one episode, or is another one out now?
You guys should all go
second
listen
one
to
should
the
be up on
Beastcast.
Monday.
It's
Hard
very
Mark.
good.
I haven't started season 2 yet. I don't want to finish
Hard
season 1
Markinson.
first.
Don't. It's so long.
I'm on episode 88.
I
Isn't
love
there like
the
300?
previous
have
ones that they did, like the heist one.
Yeah.
The initial heist one's really good.
Okay.
I like
It's
this one. I like this one.
And the New Year
15,
one,
somewhere
New
in there.
Year's
4
one
hours
was really
pop.
good. This
3
one
hours
I'm
pop.
not.
Yeah, takes a while.
Start fresh. Just abandon
It was-
ship.
But I mean, I can't
I'm
watch.
not really feeling,
I
like,
can't watch the
first
new one
half.
live anyway because
I've
I
just-
stream on
'cause they-
Thursdays.
I thought they streamed Fridays.
No, they stream Thursdays.
So
Ah.
fun. I've
missed
listened
it.
to that first one and those.
Sorry, there were 4 of us talking on mic, and it was
This
getting
next
fucking
one.
crazy.
Did you shut us down?
A little bit better.
No, we talk off.
Conversations.
Oh, okay.
It's a different
Didn't see what's
conversation.
happening.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Everybody ready to come back?
I thought we were
OJ,
Let
did you watch the shows
OJ.
that Tomo recommended for you?
Oh, Tomo, yeah, I watched a little bit of Fate Zero. Is that what it's called? That one?
is that an anime?
Yeah. He suggested like a shit ton of animes for
Fate
me.
Zero. I've never.
Fate/Zero.
I knew it was an anime, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just like fucking anime.
That's
Like I can't
how
even
I
get
feel, man.
I can't even get past Castlevania, and I like Castlevania.
was
really
good,
It's
man.
so good.
I just like don't
It's
like
so
these
good.
anime tropes.
And that
My-
it's not that tropey at all. It's barely tropey because I hate those too.
My nieces are watching Sailor Moon, and I'm watching Dragon Ball Z with my Dragon Ball Z Kai with my nephew, and I'm like, oh, These
Kai's
fucking
money.
tropes are the worst.
Dude, Kai is good.
But Kai, yeah, like
Fuck that,
that's
Sailor
like
Moon,
moving like a
yo.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
high-speed
Bruh, bruh.
train.
I had a cat named Luna when I was a kid because I liked Sailor Moon when I was 5.
But yeah,
Ain't
Fate
nothing
Zero.
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I started watching Fate Zero a little bit.
Yeah. What do you think?
Still kind of cool.
Set it up for
Like,
me. Sell it to me.
I can't. I
No?
really can't.
What's up? What's the mechs? What are we talking about? Sexy
No.
ladies, sports where they have to bump each other out of the pool with their butts.
From what I remember, it's fucking I don't even know. Germans?
Vocaloid,
No.
pop star lady.
No, it's not. It's very much so not Neo Japan. It's not that anime trope.
Neo Germany.
It's the warring factions.
Okay. Valkyria
It's
Chronicles.
so the tropes I'm talking about is a girl says something and the guy takes offense to it and he does that weird gasp thing and I hate that.
Duh!
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was too hot. Duh!
Yeah, that weird shit. And I just like
With the the hashtag,
yeah.
on the forehead, like blood
Yeah.
shooting out the nose. Yeah.
Isn't that totally normal though?
In anime, I think
Yeah.
so. But those are those not tropes? Like
I don't
as soon
know.
as
Yeah,
as
probably.
soon as I see someone eating like this and like little like clouds are appearing above their head because they enjoy the food so much, I'm like, well, I'm watching anime.
This is my life now.
That's how I know. You're like, oh, this was anime.
I thought it was just cartoons. Oh.
Yeah. Now are you ready to come back?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Hey, let's talk about some news. I'm gonna think about the order I want to read these in because all right, we won't end on a bummer. Let's start with Nintendo Labo.
what is going on with that?
I think it's Lab O,
Like laboratory.
Yeah.
Laboratory.
but Labo.
It's got to be Labo.
Labo.
Labo?
Labo.
I don't know, man.
That's
Labo?
a little too close to
Yeah.
the anatomy, though.
Yeah.
That's why, right? Nintendo's on point like that.
Nintendo-
They
I was
would
thinking
probably
like
do that.
Lebanese. Like, did they make a factory there? Who knows?
Yeah.
Did you say Clitonese?
Lebanese.
Yo, I am fluent in Clitonese. I didn't hear that. I don't know what the fuck you guys are
I
talking
heard that.
It's a
Heard what you wanted to hear.
It's cardboard. It's literal cardboard that you are folding into shapes and then putting the parts of your Switch like a Joy-Con into this part and the tablet into this part and
You sound like you're not excited.
There-
Are you not excited?
a kid-
I'm excited.
a kid made a backpack out of cardboard and there were strings tied to
Yeah,
his
did you see
Joy-Cons.
all the
That's
moving
awesome.
pieces in
And
that
he-
backpack?
I didn't actually see it.
Holy shit.
He had a visor with the tablet in it like a fucking VR headset.
There is
Yeah.
0% chance that your average Nintendo Switch customer could have made that backpack. That is like some
has-
serious engineering going on right there.
Apparently, it comes with a cartridge. It comes with a Labo cartridge, and you put it into the Switch, and it gives you step-by-step instructions, and then is also the software that I guess is interpreting, for instance, the fucking 13-key piano that apparently really works.
There's no way that that really works. That's fucking scam.
I don't-
It's
I don't know.
all
I don't know what
marketing.
this
It's-
is. You guys, can we just rewind it a
All
second?
right.
I heard something. I read something on Reddit, and it was like,
It's basically, I don't know how many of these pop-out things they give you, but you get these pop-out pieces of cardboard on a giant sheet that you pop out, and they fit together.
In
into-
real life.
thinking
Physical
advent
cardboard.
calendar right now.
Yeah.
Kind of. More like...
Imagine, like, it's basically like...
It's like origami without the folding is how I would...
Sounds like those
Yeah.
weird things you get at the museum. Like this
It's like a
big chunk of
cardboard
wood, you pop it
erector
out
set.
and turn it into a plane.
Yeah,
Whatever
or
those
a
are called.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're like cardboard. It is. You have a giant sheet of cardboard and has perforations on it,
And
and
it's,
you,
yeah,
you
pre-cut.
pop it out. Yep, and, it
then
says
you-
"fold here."
like, you-
Yeah.
Yep, and you. That's exactly right. And you do that until you make a fucking Optimus Prime backpack, and then there's a kid fucking
What?
pulleys,
Yeah.
and you should watch the
That's
trailer.
so cool.
It is a kid with a backpack, and there are like pulleys and fucking strings attached to each of the Joy-Cons that he has in a hand. So as he's moving these Joy-Cons, he is physically pulling strings out of his like weird clockwork steampunk backpack, and on the screen, Optimus Prime, or a robot that looks like Optimus, is fucking stomping around. You should watch the trailer because
Gonna
it
keep
makes
talking.
no sense.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
There's a fishing rod thing. There's like you put the Joy-Con into a cardboard RC car, and it literally physically in real life drives the RC car around the table. Apparently somehow with the HD rumble. I don't know. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't make
It
any
makes
sense.
no fucking sense.
The stupidest part about the whole video was it's like 2 minutes and 40 seconds long or something like that. But when they showed the fishing rod, they showed them reeling up the rod, and the string doesn't move. How can you have a fishing rod where the string doesn't move?
Yeah, because
That's
it's the
not a
Joy-Con
fishing
getting all
rod.
the motion. You don't need to.
It's not a
get the line.
fishing rod.
Nah.
bro.
The strings physically move on the weird backpack, dude.
Yeah.
You're.
It's great.
You have a young child. He or she is between the ages of, I'm gonna say, I don't know, probably like 4 to 12, 13 maybe.
I think 4 is too young.
Yeah.
For this thing,
I think
yeah.
these
Like
are
8
all
plus.
too young because
Yeah.
you're gonna fold up a cardboard thing that they're gonna put on their head, and then you're gonna put your Switch, your $300 Switch tablet into it, and say, "Okay, child, run around with this cardboard and this thing in front of your eyes.
No, I think
Please
only,
don't destroy
only
it."
the Joy-Cons really go in those things, other than the piano.
The robot one had like a VR style, like put the Switch in it, and the Switch is like right in front of your eyes.
I don't know. I didn't.
It 100% did.
I watched it
that
earlier
trailer
today.
I watched that trailer probably 50 times, trying to be like, "What the fuck am I seeing?" Oliver might. I don't know if he got to it. I
Oliver's
saw
watching it right now, and his mind is currently being blown. 'Cause
It looks great.
I don't know what like, and Nintendo, like I've said this for a long time. Nintendo are hands down the best video game company when it comes to marketing.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I don't know who's gonna buy this.
Kids maybe, but kids that you trust to have your expensive, pretty fragile console moving around and shit. It's weird. There's a trailer out there, like you kind of have to watch it to.
Like
Yeah,
the minigame one's
understand.
cool. I don't know if people will pick up the robot one just for fear of breaking the Switch.
There.
But the other one's the 5-in-1. It has the fishing rod, has the piano, the house that you.
I guess
manage.
like the game. Are the games the fun part? Is the building the fun part? Because the building to me, like I was never one of those kids.
They always put out janky like mini games for all the new consoles.
kind of, yeah. We had that with 1-2 Switch. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. This is weird.
cardboard.
This
Woo!
is
the
un-
future. Mixing
Nintendo-
Lego and technology. It's
Yeah,
great.
Nintendo's at their best when they're being fucking super weird, but this is so weird that like I can't even. I need time.
This
I
is
need time.
really fucking weird.
Thank
Like,
you.
this-
Cutting edge technology.
No, cutting edge is not cardboard
yeah.
box.
Yeah.
Bryce.
If Metal Gear Solid came with a cardboard box, you'd be shitting your pants right
It
now.
already does.
Yeah.
Bryce, thank you.
There's
No,
our-
a full size,
Um,
you can just pop it on, and in the game,
Yeah.
Solid Snake will also
What-
put on
okay,
the
what-
box.
So you guys described all this, and I'm just kind of playing catch up.
Yeah,
But like,
cardboard amiibos. Let's
is,
go.
is this stuff going to be cheap?
Probably not.
No, standard
I
game
don't
price.
know.
It's okay. So you create a piano and you can play it, whatever.
No. So, whatever games are here in Canada.
And
$70.
unless you're a goddamn adult that realizes the value of money and how much this costs,
Mm-hmm.
like how do you give this to kids and them not just fuck it up? Because I mean, I saw a steering wheel, and that thing's gonna get reefed on the
backpack, yo, the fucking backpack.
But how idiotic do you think children are? You're not
They-
going to give this to mouth-breathing droolers.
If you want I mean, they're children, so they
They're
sort of by
children.
default are
Yeah.
mouth-breathing droolers. It's
Yeah.
just literally in a lot
Like-
of cases.
I just picture me like showing this to my nieces, and
Are they monsters?
They just
Did they
get rammy.
destroy everything they
They're
touch?
kids,
they
yes.
absolutely get around me.
They're destructive kids.
And looking at some of this stuff, that steering wheel, like, you should see them with the stupid Wiimotes trying to play Mario Kart. They're swinging that around, and I imagine
As children, did you guys break any of your systems?
yes.
Systems? No.
Systems, no. Controllers, absolutely.
I broke
Controllers, no.
stuff that was not durable enough to handle that. Like,
Yeah, especially
these
as,
sort
like,
of
a
actions.
younger kid.
What else did I see? I saw strings. Like how are you supposed to get that put together? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I hate Nintendo.
They should have
Oh,
had.
you're
They
all
did
garbage.
it. They did it in a.
You don't believe. You lost your childlike glee. There was that
yeah.
twinkle in your eye.
They did it in like a mini, what do they call it, Nintendo Direct, just a little short announcement. They should have just had Reggie come out with his giant fucking hands on these tiny, which I'm sure would be by comparison, tiny little cardboard things, and is like, oh, here's our new Nintendo steering wheel, crunch, and you'd be like, oh yeah, that's shitty, that's cardboard. Like now that I see it in a man's
dense
hand,
cardboard.
like, Reggie is like 8 feet tall. He should have came out wearing the goddamn backpack. and just fucking hulked out of it. It's insane. It is completely insane.
Oh no, you're
Nintendo.
you're all dumb.
It's
It's good. Fine.
it's
Fine at best.
it's crazy. It is unprecedented in so many ways. Go watch the trailer for Nintendo Labo.
They've always been sort of like on the cusp of crazy,
yeah, and now they've gone too far.
and the Wii kind of like
Too
kind of
far.
gave them the goodwill to like, all right, whatever, they're crazy and let's do this. But this is something else. Like you're cranking on it with
He's
like
watching it again.
with like a
It's so
motorcycle
amazing.
handle.
Just you're raptured in it. It's just, can't
And
wait
like,
to see more.
I know that it's all perforated and all like they kind of just fold into shape. But the way that the fishing rod looks,
I know, right?
I feel like that will not like be put together properly.
It's got the retractable
It's such a
reels.
weird
Oh
thing,
man,
yo.
it's-
And the piano, like,
13-key piano. That trailer is scored with that piano.
is it?
Yeah,
Oh, I wish I could listen.
it's very. It's pretty basic, but I mean, it's still
And yeah,
impressive.
the kid with
Imagine
the
the Wii shop.
backpack and the strings.
The back. I can't get over the backpack. I cannot get over the fucking
Holy
backpack.
crap, you guys!
That thing is like literally steam powered. Oh, it's the
And
crazy
you're
shit.
all about that.
that looks super
believe this.
cool.
I'm like almost gonna buy a Switch because of this.
You?
I have to know, but it's like it's a morbid curiosity.
I kind of imagine it's gonna be like the Wii accessories, like the plastic ones, gonna kind of fall just by the wayside.
Oh, and the drum kick.
Yeah,
That thing's swinging around. That thing's gonna break.
I think it
thought
might
that
be
was-
I think it might be a gas pedal for
Yeah.
for the steering wheel.
That's what I
Okay.
thought. 'Cause it was a car gas, but it could be a kick. It could be a piano pedal.
Could
too.
be
It looks
for rock
exactly like a.
Yeah, I think.
Anyways,
I think they're supposed to work with a lot of.
If these
different
are
games.
not super expensive, and I can't imagine they should be.
Regular game price.
Yeah, because it comes with a game
$80.
cart. Yeah, you need the cart to have the software for your pack on it. Like you got the piano set,
Sure.
you need the piano cart.
Let's say they have a package with like game plus your first thing.
Yeah.
But these things are gonna break. It's cardboard. They have to
Yeah.
sell like replacements.
Cardboard's
probably
cheap.
make them yourself,
This
I would think.
crazy.
Yeah,
guys.
I know.
Yes.
I have never been so against Nintendo up until now.
Ah,
All right, let's talk about a little bit of a bummer. You guys know of Quantic Dream? Oliver? A lot of
Made some of my favorite games.
Yes.
Heavy Rain.
Say I do.
yes.
Also, they're coming
No
out
idea.
with Detroit.
Heavy Rain,
Oh.
Detroit 2
Become Human.
something human. Yeah, no, 2 Human was Dennis Diak's game. I don't know, Detroit something human.
some-
Beyond Two Souls. David Cage, very French, from France, and what is that? An Eatmore. Oh my god, I haven't. Anyways, some horrible allegations against basically the entire studio. David Cage and the man whose name I can never remember how to pronounce. I'm gonna say Guillaume de Fromer.
Oh, close.
From
Probably.
de Mer.
It's Guillaume du Fleury.
Anyways, I'm sure I nailed that. And they've been accused of like some pretty serious shit. Of course, sexual assault allegations, because apparently everybody is accused of that. now.
It actually
Hashtag Me
doesn't
Too and all
say
that shit.
anything about sexual assault. It says
Oh,
sexual
was just like-
harassment.
As someone who has digged into the story, they're in there.
thought it was
Sorry,
just
it
all-
might be sexual harassment technically.
From what I heard, it was all just like pictures and stuff that were flown around
Yeah,
the office.
photoshops of employees like
and like
very what's like a lot of
Nazi
what the
kind of like imagery.
they make a lot of like gay jokes. I don't know what the term I'm looking for is, but
Inappropriate?
Inappropriate, yes, but specifically the gay thing is relevant because he uses their work with people like Ellen Page and Jesse Williams, who have been people who I don't know who Jesse Williams is, but anyways, they are standouts for LGBT rights. Ellen Page in particular, I
Yeah.
know, and so they're using like, oh, we've worked with these people before. Of course we don't say these things. Look at the stars we work with.
Yeah, that's like the
You guys,
the best
right?
defense ever. I'm not racist. Look at I have a black friend right there.
Homophobic.
Homophobic. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Sorry, I
I don't think that was the word you're looking for.
don't
That
think it was
seems really
either.
derogatory.
derogatory, yes. Homophobic is also applies. Bad shit, negative shit,
Yeah.
toxic shit. And so the allegations came to light because an IT employee filed a complaint against the studio when he found over 600 photoshopped images of the staff. Basically indicate things like Nazi paraphernalia and like. Well, look, I put
weird.
David Cage's head he's on Hitler now and stuff like that, and it's been a ton of employees coming out again. What is Kevin is like?
Isn't that just regular internet stuff?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean,
but in the business place,
it's true.
Not
in
all right.
Absolutely, in the job site,
When the head of your studio
maybe
is
don't do that.
throwing around these like horrible images of your staff, and also is super toxic and making these off-color homophobic jokes. Maybe don't. There have been a ton of employees who have come up with these accusations, over 15. Again, they are currently all alleged. It's very important. Maybe it's all bullshit. But when someone gets their back against the wall and says, no, I love gay people. Look, I work with Ellen Page. Like, you can kind of make your own.
Look at how much I love gay people. Ellen Page is gay, and she makes me money.
Also, remember we had that weird, completely unnecessary naked version of her in our game, even though there was really no naked scenes of her.
Oh, that was their game.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was their game. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no, I remember that. It's fucked. The world's fucked. Video game development is especially fucked, and now here we are.
I really hope this doesn't affect Detroit.
It sucks. It will inevitably. I'm sure it will. And I mean, I love their games. That doesn't mean I love the people that make them or the practices that happen there. So, Beyond Two Souls is still a excellent bad video game.
Excellent video game.
I don't think I've ever played one of their games.
It's a bad
No?
game.
Heavy Rain.
I played the Beyond Two Souls demo at E3.
Oh,
That is the extent of my Quantic Dream
you spent
life.
5
Scared the
hours
lady.
standing in line at your
No,
E3
actually,
visit.
we played all the demos on day 1, so there were basically no lines.
Eric's idea, wasn't it?
No, it's just how it worked out.
Does Beyond Two Souls it has a co-op mode, right, Oliver? Where one
Yes.
person's
You can be the ghost.
Aiden and one person is Jody is her name.
Wow.
We should play that co-op. That would be so fun. I want to be the
Probably
ghost. dog.
wouldn't be fun.
I want to be the ghost. I think playing a co-op would be awesome, where you have no
Be
agency over the
interesting,
other
like,
player.
Ellen Page trying to stay cool while the ghost
Yes.
fucking just slamming.
Because
shit
she's
against
all
the
about.
wall.
She's like, "Yo, ghost, calm down. Like, we're chilling at this party," and Ghost is having none of that.
Yeah, that does seem like you.
That'd be fun.
You would be the
I
ghost.
love scaring those kids.
I don't like having fun at a party. I'm just gonna fuck it all up so nobody can have any fun.
Oh no, I like having fun. Ellen doesn't want to have fun.
Spot on
Jody,
needs right there.
Jody doesn't
I
want to
got
have
chills.
fun. You guys want to talk about some Metal Gear Survive?
Sorry.
Looks good.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Hold on. Oliver,
Looks good.
let me
good.
step in here for a second. I was watching the trailer and I was very much not on board until they had that one scene where he was being chased by the zombies, because this is basically Metal Gear Zombies.
Yes.
Like, let's just throw that out there right at the beginning.
It literally is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he was like backing up and the zombies were kind of chasing him and there were those 2 rocks and he threw up the chain link fence in between the
yeah.
rocks and started that sold me, man. I am fucking on board. And then they showed all the base building stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm interested in that.
yes.
I'm very interested in that.
So am I. Cautiously interested.
I'm totally interested. I like.
That's so bad.
No, it looks okay.
For me, it's because like it's such a great like controlling game that I just would like to play more.
Yeah, the Metal Gear
And-
engine's incredible.
And like whatever story they decide to pull, like I mean,
Probably gonna be. It seems basically non-existent.
Why
were
is
at
it a Metal Gear game?
you were at Mother Base because you were at Mother Base, which is Snake's base. Are you paying attention, Bryce? You're at
No,
Mother Base.
Not at all.
You asked me why this was a Metal Gear game. I'm telling you why. Punish Snake. Okay.
Mother Base.
He's the medic who flies around Big Boss, and the helicopter gets blown up, and he gets some metal in his head, and then he's like, "Cause I need you to tell me what to do." And they're like, "No, you're Snake now." And he's okay, you Snake. And then the N7 something tape plays, and Solid Snake is coming to Zanzibar land at some point. But anyways, Mother Base is through a portal. You get sucked through a portal, and you're in an alternate dimension, and that is the story. You are sucked through a portal, and you are in an alternate dimension.
I thought Metal Gear was like based in the real world.
It is.
It's
It is
not.
Well,
Absolutely is.
yes, it is based in the real world, and this game has the.
There's no magic. I thought there was just like nanites as far as they go.
No,
for
there
the
is
crazy
there is
things.
magic. There is magic.
It's based in the real world as much as Lord of the Rings is based in the real world.
Okay, I
No,
That's
no,
pretty fair.
Yeah,
No.
that's
It
totally
is
fair.
No. It is literally based in the real world. You are in real life locations. You are in
you
like
are, yes,
you are
but
in like
there's in that-
Manhattan. It is physically based in the real world.
but it's not physics based. It's
It is not.
There's
There are
magic.
There are
Okay,
ghosts
that's-
and there are magic
Okay,
and
okay.
there
Yeah.
are ghosts. You cannot explain. Nanomachines don't fucking explain the ghosts, Oliver. but yes, nanomachines. It's all nanomachines.
All
Eventually,
nanomachines.
yeah. And that the entire story is literally the mother base gets like destroyed or something, and you are pulled into an alternate dimension where there are zombies. Konami owns Snake. You might see Snake. I don't know.
Oh, the main character isn't even Snake.
Nope. It's just some mother base dude.
Well, hold on. You don't know.
That's correct.
'Cause-
No,
This could be an even more punished Snake.
Because what
Oh.
whatever happened in Ground Zeroes where the Mother Base got destroyed, Snake flew off
Yeah.
to get fucking to do whatever happened in
Lost his
the
arm.
Phantom Pain, whereas these survivors from Mother Base were warped up into an alternate universe where there are zombies, like jewel-headed zombies.
Okay. So Snake is somewhere in the real world.
So
Snake
these-
is in the hospital, presumably right now.
Yes.
Okay.
So these guys know like what happened,
That makes a lot more
and they're
sense.
like, our commander, like, look, we got fucked. Like Skullface fucked us.
Everybody's in love with the boss, so they want to get back
But
to him.
like, yeah, we need to get back. Like, we're trapped in this place, and we were part of this big army.
Yeah. There's
We need to get back.
the very early in that game, you see wreckage with the logos of the Metal Gear base all over it. So it's this is the blown up part
Yeah.
of the base.
No, I'm super on board with all the crafting stuff. And
Yeah, you have a hunger meter and a thirst
Fuck
meter,
yes.
That
and
stuff
like
looks cool.
show
That stuff
me-
looks really cool.
can't drink
Metal
dirty
Gear
water.
survival game. Come on.
Yeah, no, the survive means survival game.
Yes, absolutely.
I was
I
completely
bet
hoodwinked.
you They are totally working on a battle royal mode.
Almost certainly they are.
Fuck
Yes,
yes.
everybody is. Metal Gear Metal Gear Unknown. It'll be called. It looks weird. There's like a.
I like it.
I guess the embargo must have came up because there's a bunch of footage out there now, and this game's out like
This soon.
month?
Yeah.
January, I think.
January 28th,
No,
I think
it's
it
today.
said.
You're allowed
That's
to
the Rumble.
betas and stuff.
The beta's open today, yeah.
Yeah.
But the game proper, I think it's out in January.
There's a beta?
Yeah,
it's
Open
on right now.
today.
I didn't
Is
know
it
you.
open?
Yeah,
Today being the 18th.
I didn't know you played those.
I'm leaving. I'm not staying after you guys. I found my excuse.
And there's a new Fable game in the works. I don't know any Fable fans at all. I didn't know if this story would hit or not.
I played Fable 2. I really liked Fable 2.
Best one, a lot of people think.
Oh, really?
Me as well. Yeah.
Nice. Good for them.
It was a heck of a game.
Yeah.
It was alright. You could fart on people. You could be the chicken chaser.
Yeah, I was the chicken chaser. Absolutely.
we were all
Chicken chaser.
I got. I immediately bought all the food stands in the city and then doubled the prices of everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I got horns because of it.
Did you pet the horse?
And then I got really, really fat.
Push the arrows out of the horse. It's being made by the developers of Forza. That's Playground Games because Lionhead Studios doesn't exist anymore because.
What's his name is
Peter,
busy
Peter.
stealing people's money.
I don't know how Lionhead went under, but I'm sure Peter Molyneux was probably had a hand in it somewhere. So- anyways, yeah, new Fable game. Won't be a spin-off like the last two. There was a Connect on the rails, like you're in a minecart riding through this ride game, which I don't know if it ever even came out, and there was a weird multiplayer one, which I also don't know if it ever even came out. So here we go. Pet the horse. Push the arrows through the horse. If your horse gets arrows in them, you have to push the arrows all the way through.
Well, yeah, because you can't pull it out.
You
'cause
can't.
The
The
arrowhead
Connect-
will just break off.
Because the Connect was not advanced enough to have you pull an arrow out. You
Have
had
you
to just
ever
push
been
it
fucking
through.
shot with an arrow? You don't pull out arrows.
It's
you
gone.
don't
Can't
you?
see it.
No.
What if
Everything's
it's just like a
fine.
quarter?
Look at
What if
the-
it's just a? What if it's 25% of the way into you?
No, because
Then you're
chances
gonna
are if
push
you try to pull it out, you're
75%
just
through?
you're gonna if you don't break the arrowhead off inside you, you're gonna do more damage pulling it out because of the serrated,
Yeah.
angled arrowhead.
Never pull the knife out.
At least not until you get to the hospital.
Never pull. Well,
Let the doctor
doctors
let
pull
the
knife
doctor
out,
pull
yes.
the knife out.
That's real advice that they teach you in like the trades too.
Yeah.
Is never pull the knife out.
No, when we were doing when I got my first aid, they taught
It
us
is.
how to.
Oliver's laughing, but it is. If you get your arm caught in an auger or something, Or someone gets their arm caught in an auger and they're like, ah, my arm. The first thing you do is don't fucking touch them. Leave them there. Oliver has his arms crossed.
Yeah, I learned how to
Don't save my life,
how to
Oliver.
bandage a circular bandage to wrap around the knife before actually bandaging it so that the knife stays stable.
Wow.
Cool.
Are you first aid certified?
Absolutely. If you
For
get
real?
stabbed, I can fucking help you out.
You have to keep that up like every couple of years.
I think the last time I got recertified was maybe a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm perfect. I'm glad we have. Are you certified, Oliver?
No.
Neither am I. I was once, yes, but not anymore. So I can no longer legally save lives.
Oh, damn.
Oliver said no. We couldn't hear him. He was off the mic. Let's go some emails. What do we say?
Yes.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address, or drop them on the subreddit like these fine folks here did. Oliver, why don't you take this first one from regular show contributor?
And even worse, Brandon asks, AGDQ, that is Awesome Games Done Quick, got me thinking. If y'all had to pick a game to speedrun, what would it be? I was thinking about this one, and it would probably be Metal Gear 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was they run that this year, didn't they?
I think, yeah,
They did.
you messaged me
Yes.
about that.
Not just Metal Gear 3, I think. Not Subsistence. Which probably doesn't matter.
It does, because, like, Subsistence and 3D camera actually make that game really easy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you watched a Metal Gear? Like, do you know what goes into it? Maybe it's super technical. Maybe it's like nothing but frame perfect, like animation,
Probably.
weird inputs. That'd be a terrible game to have to learn to speedrun.
I know enough of the very first part that I could speedrun a lot of it.
What? You probably don't. You don't know speedrun style, though.
No,
Speedrun style
I really
is
don't.
like...
I know I can play it pretty fast because
Yeah.
I know what happens.
Okay. I think that I could... I think I would do Bloodborne. I think I could legitimately do a deathless run of Bloodborne. I think it would take me probably like a lot of time, but I'm sure after that deathless run, I could build my way into a speed run.
Yeah, I think I could do. I think I could do Horizon Zero Dawn pretty quick.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a hard one with all that traversal and like. I bet you can glitch that game out in some real.
Yeah,
weird
probably.
ways.
It's weird because like going through it the first time and having like the map completely 100% revealed and going through on New Game Plus and just crit pathing it, it's like I didn't do any of the long necks or tall necks, so my map is just basically a path through the fog of war of crit path to wherever the
Oh, weird.
wherever all the quest missions are, and then everything else is just dark.
What about you, Bryce?
I don't think I would.
No,
Oh,
really?
it's-
You have to. There's a gun to your head.
Odyssey
Do it.
then.
What game?
Sure, that'd be fun.
That would be That would probably be the hardest
It'd be
one.
so cool.
It would be.
It's only an hour.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's
down to
not-
an hour, probably less than an hour 10
That's
now.
not so bad. That would
Yeah.
totally factor in too. Actually, I guess would be the amount
That's
of time
the fastest somebody's gone.
Yep.
so far. I think this
Not
is
too
like the
bad.
first year it's been there though.
I wouldn't be good
They'll-
at it.
they'll optimize.
I'd take a solid 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to learn though. This would be something you practice until
Yeah.
you can do it.
No,
And I mean, it's one of those
let's
things
go.
where, especially with a Mario game, like once you get the jump tricks down, like
Yeah.
that probably once you learn the one jump on the shell and blah 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 and grab it
I
and
don't
spin
know,
the
man.
cape and
Odyssey is so wide open. They didn't speedrun it this year.
No, because it missed the cutoff. Same with Cuphead.
I was gonna say I haven't actually even seen a speedrun, so I have no idea what goes into it. But I bet it's fucking nuts.
No. It's all pretty planned out right now.
Really?
Because you can finish every world when you get the minimum number of moons. So half the time they're going to kill the boss and just go to the next world.
That's sort of lame.
Yeah.
but I mean
Our
it's
run
like
would be bosses.
even-
all bosses.
Noise.
even like Mario 64 when that game came out was super long,
Yeah.
and now the speed run for full 120 stars is like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, we talk about specifically Mario 64 every now and again because it's they claim that it's optimized,
And it's
but every
just
now and again someone breaks the record.
it's one of those games where the speed run, it just looks so good because of how
It's
crisp
so
the
tight
levels are.
and so technical.
Yeah.
120 stars, you said?
Yeah.
Fucking an hour and what?
Like an hour and
I think-
40 minutes. It's probably
I
even
think it's
lower than
less.
that now.
I think I want to say like
Yeah.
an hour 24 maybe.
I remember that game being super long.
Yeah,
And I'm like, holy.
I think it took me like hundreds of hours as a kid.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And other regular show contributor, STFU Alex, writes in and says, what game do you regret spending the most time playing? For example, I put 30 days of playtime into Modern Warfare 2. That's not a waste. 150 days into CSGO. Not a waste. And I think it could have been better spent. Any video game regrets? I fucking threw my hands up in the air on like Tuesday or something and said, I'm never playing Space Engineers again because fuck, this game is wasting my goddamn time. Multiple days in a row, I would go in for like 8, 9, 10-hour sessions, like a full day of just putzing around Space Engineers, building my ship. And there's a weird bug where the center of gravity in your ship will, between logging out and logging back in, so build my ship, log off for the night, come back in the morning, the center of gravity will inexplicably rotate to where it's not supposed to be, so the ship is constantly trying to adjust for a center of gravity that it doesn't actually have, so your ship just literally flies itself into the ground because it thinks it's always upside down. And that happened to me 3 days in a row, like 10 hours every day. I'm like, okay, it's a beta, it's kind of buggy, I'll try it again. And I threw my hands up and said, fuck this, and felt like I was legitimately wasting my time. So that's 56 hours into Space Engineers that I wish I could
Not
get
going back?
No. The worst thing you can do as a video game is waste my time. Fuck that.
Sad.
Which is a weird thing to say, I guess.
Multiplayer in that game is super broken.
Yeah, I've heard.
Single player, not that broken.
I have no interest in playing. I play video games with friends now.
Yeah.
No. I like playing with you. I liked when you and I were just putzing around.
I
like a chat room,
basically didn't even play it when we were playing.
No,
I
know we played a little
flew
bit.
around and
I don't know.
grabbed some loot.
I sort of don't play games by myself that much anymore.
Yeah, I actually really don't either. Well, that's not true at all. Yeah.
And also, I have like 100 days in a while, which, in the grand scheme of the people I know, it's not very much. But in my life, oh my god, it's a third of a year.
Yeah.
Straight. That doesn't just mean like I logged on once a day for a third of a year. That means I played a third of a year straight through.
It's quite a bit.
Yes, it is.
I don't really know what game I think I wasted time on, but just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna say Marvel Puzzle Quest. Yeah, that's what it's called, Marvel Puzzle Quest. MPQ.
It's time and money.
Yeah, that's that money wasted.
Mostly because it's like, the time wasn't necessarily wasted, but the money was definitely wasted. And it's like I played it for a year, so playing game daily for a year.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's
just,
great.
drop a couple $100 in it, and
that's all you need.
Were you enjoying your time though?
I enjoyed it at the
go.
times, sure, but I mean, then that's the same thing. Like,
I
each
also
probably
enjoyed
the time in
Engineers
Space Engineers, and I'm sure whatever game you pick, you'd enjoy the time when you play it.
Well,
but looking back, it's like
it is time wasted, but it is time well wasted.
My example is Uncharted 4 multiplayer, and it was fun for a bit, but I find myself going back to it and just playing through these like survival modes just to like to just do my daily challenges to collect these like whatever currency it is there, to open up these loot boxes so I can get like cool hat for my Elena character.
Let me tell you though, you could have just spent money.
I know,
quicker.
but I'm not willing to do that, so I just play, and it's easy and it's fun, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Are you enjoying your time?
No, not. I haven't been. I haven't been lately. Like when I first started doing it, it was fun. Now I just, for whatever reason, I just go back to it and
Like the addict to the needle.
just grind away my daily challenges, and then like open up loot boxes, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the dab taunt, and that's all I really wanted.
Amazing.
But yeah, I come to realize that just now, like recently, that I should probably stop playing this game.
Yeah, I want to add to mine as well. Also, Diablo 3.
There you go.
What?
There you go.
I stopped when it was that big
It's like-
time.
I have like 500 hours in it.
I
don't
know,
think any
and
of
it's
that's wasted.
like it's so
Same thing.
it's so repetitive and pointless, and it's all just I want a number 0.0001% higher
It's
than
a
the
clicker.
number I
It's an idle
previously
clicker.
had.
the dark
But it's not an idle clicker; it's an active clicker.
Yeah, it's
you
an
have
active
to
clicker,
pay
yeah.
attention to it at all times.
The dark secret is that we've all been wasting our time for 20 years now. It's
Yeah.
it's the best way to waste
You
your
know what?
time.
Let's just end it. This is the last show
How many-
ever. We'll never play video games again. We'll never waste our time.
Yes. Only Dungeons and Dragons and Ankles.
Yeah. That's right.
D&D. Bryce, what do you think you wasted your time on? Game or board? Whatever you can.
Because it's there to fill the space. It's
Age
too
of
much WoW.
Mythology.
Too much. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking Age of Mythology, but that was still fun.
Dude, it has to be WoW.
Too much WoW. Too much
has to be
Hearthstone.
WoW.
Yeah.
How much time into WoW? Do you even know anymore?
I think it was over 300. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Still, again, not even close to as much as some people we know.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even close. No, he pulled ahead in the last like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Well, 5 years, say.
I mean, I think
I don't want to
Even a kitten loving friend, he is way up there.
our which friend?
Kitten loving friend. For not dropping names.
Oh yes, no, yes, he is number 2 with a bullet. For
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars Mark.
Star Wars Mark.
Yeah.
He's a Mark.
I met
Okay,
that
I
guy.
didn't know he had a name here.
He's a Mark. He's a big Mark, like a wrestling Mark for
Okay.
Star Wars.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
I met
yes,
that
yes.
Yeah.
He was at
Festivus.
Festivus.
Anybody?
You bonded over gout. It was good.
Yeah.
Right. Muscled.
I met a
Oh,
lot
man.
of people, well, a few people that night where I've only heard of them before.
Stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Dark
actually at that
tales.
night. Man, that
Too
sucked.
bad. It was a good night, actually.
Yeah. It was just I had a good night too. It was just a
Yeah.
conflict of schedules, unfortunately. We'll get the band back together again one day.
I put that up to my family. I was like, hey, we should do this because it's like
You should just come to ours. Fuck that.
no, well, like my family needs like that check.
Yeah.
Just a good night where you
But,
can
yeah.
unabashedly shit talk
Air
the
the
grievances.
people you love.
And I would love to do that with my family, but they're not real enough to handle
No.
it. Like they would be offended.
Some of our friends aren't really real enough. To
I
handle
thought it
it.
was super cool that how you guys did that, and like it got real for a bit. But I'm like, this is fucking good. This is healthy. You guys
Cathartic.
are talking about
Half the people don't remember what happened that night.
Yeah.
sure. But I thought it was great actually,
Oh, it's
and I
fantastic.
love that concept. That
I'm
We've been
glad you
doing
had a
it
good time.
for 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
I
the
think
first one.
this
This
is
is the
number
first one
6,
I
yeah.
missed. First one I missed. Podcast, talkingrouts.com is the email address. Thank you so much for joining us, the folks who did. Or drop them on the subreddit, was actually where both of these came from. February the 2nd. Okay, pay attention, because here comes some dates. February the 1st, extended Dungeons and Dangle stream. Possibly the finale. Hopefully the finale.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It's the intention, anyways.
If it's possible, we'll try.
February the 2nd, the next day, it's a Friday. Rock Band stream is happening. May or may not have a special guest. February the 3rd, that's the day after the Rock Band stream. It's the New Year's Recolution show. We're going to come up with an ordered, majority agreed upon top 5 game of the year list. And also, I will defend my Undisputed Championship.
Spoilers. Number 1's Horizon.
that is a spoiler.
I think this guy. No, I thought Oliver cooled off on it from our talk. We'll see. Listen, Brando's trying really hard to get me to play Wolfenstein, which I'm gonna do this weekend. So that's it. Follow the show on Twitter. We're what are we? Talk Reckless Pod on Twitter. Kevin, thanks for hosting as always, my friend.
Thanks for coming,
Absolutely.
Matt.
Oliver, so glad to have you back.
Glad to be back.
That nose strip looks great on
Yeah.
you. Bryce.
Adequate as always.
Here, brother. And you, dear listener, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you here next week, brothers and sisters. It'll be episode 211. Be good to one another. We'll see you then. I am the champ.
Fuck you.
I am the champ.
How are you doing? Mario Party?
Mario Party. How are we doing it? You're going to be there?
Yeah.
How are you? Yeah, Mario
Well,
Party.
how are you defending?
Mario Party.
Right.
That's all I'm willing to say right now.
What does that mean?
It means that the undisputed champion needs to be skilled as well as lucky. I've proven that I'm skilled. On February the 3rd, I will prove that I'm also lucky. I'll tell you when these mics turn off. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hima, Tomo, Golden. God bless you. Thanks so much for hanging out, fellas.
Apparently myself talking in the chat
Dinner
all the
Dangles,
time.
My main man.
Fucking
Who's on
Colin's
Dangles?
upstairs.
Oh, I thought that. I actually thought that was you. Yes.
well,
live,
I'm also here.
live studio audience upstairs. Thank you. We'll see you guys throughout the week. Ta for now.
They had questions?
Do they have questions? I don't know. Do they?
They're yelling us for missing your questions.
Oh, sorry. I don't look at the. If you want your questions in, put them on the thread because we don't look at the chat when we do the show. You should know that by now.
Well, 3 out of the 4 people.
Yeah, sorry. I don't look at the chat. Look. Here are the questions on this printed piece of paper that got printed before I came to the studio. Put Put them on the. Please put them on the
As you
subreddit.
can see by the
Go make-
pen marks, things can be added on.
Go make a thread. Go make a thread
Ridiculous.
right now. Episode 211. Listener
Oh,
mail
we
thread.
put them in the thread. Everyone's saying they put them in the thread.
I'm sorry. I did look before I left the house. I swear to God, I looked.
They probably put them in there during the
I
show.
checked.
What are the questions? Let's-
last second.
Just
Pull 'em
we'll put them up.
Yeah, and I do
we'll do them
always
next week.
I do always pull the ones we don't read.
But maybe they're
I
great
keep-
and so
I
relevant.
keep in
No,
the
let's
pool.
do
We'll
like
save
an
them for the
exclusive.
podcast.
Yeah, you want to do an exclusive?
Save them for the podcast.
right
We gotta go
now?
play board games. There's people upstairs waiting.
One
for us.
quick question.
All right.
They're making a
Let's
stink
go.
out
Let's
of me.
go. Let's go. I might still read some of the
What's
podcast
I mean,
next
the
week.
it's
most
for people who tune
emotional game/scene in
Whenever's
video
then.
game that you've played?
Whenever's then.
Shooting the boss.
Oh, in the lily field. Or in the it is
In,
lilies.
yeah, in the white lilies.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Have you played Doki Doki Literature Club?
No, not yet.
To the Moon. Anybody who hasn't
The
played
sequel's
To
out.
the
The
Moon?
sequel to
I
To the
have
Moon
it.
is out.
I'm gonna play it on stream.
I've heard it's impeccable.
I'm gonna play full playthrough.
Nice.
No commentary. And
into it.
we're
I'm
gonna
way
take
into
bets
it.
on how many times I cry.
Ooh, that's gonna be. I'm gonna bet 0 unless you're having it up.
I
know.
cried twice during Into the
We're reading the thread.
Because I can't.
the thread now.
I'm doing that right now.
I would read it.
We'll read them next week. I got some good answers to that, but yes, shooting the boss.
boss,
Snake,
yeah.
snake. Again, it's a Metal Gear one, which is kind of lame. But snake through the microwave tunnel,
Yes.
mashing triangle,
And
mashing
things are
triangle, and you're
fucking
like,
happening?
he's not making it. He's not.
He's gonna die. Fucking Mei Ling is fighting off a bunch of Metal Gear Rays.
Nailing.
Mei Ling? Did I pronounce that properly?
yeah. Oh, snake.
Oh, what's up, Snake?
Hello.
What are your thoughts on the new Tomb Raider movie?
I haven't watched that trailer yet.
Ah, okay.
I'm not a big fan of the girl. She's not good looking to me.
Whoa.
Alicia
Whoa.
Vikander?
You? Fagula?
She's no Angelina Jolie.
She's no.
what's her name?
no
Neither's
Ludington.
DSL.
She's no
Alicia?
Cadmilla. No. Lud Cadmilla? What's her
Alicia
name?
Vikander is who's playing her in the movie. Camilla Luddington, who plays her in the game, who is incredible, and Angelina Jolie.
Maybe she's like a bad. Is she a real actress or is she? That's a shitty thing to say. Is she more than? Is she a physical actress? Is she a voice actress?
Who? Camilla Luddington.
Camilla, yeah.
She was on like. I don't know. She was on like what's that long running hospital show?
I can't tell if this
Grey's
is a picture
Anatomy.
from the video
Grey's
game or
Anatomy.
if this is a picture of the person.
It's kind of like a hybrid thing. Just look up.
That is.
That's her face.
There was a follow-up. to
That-
Do you
yeah,
think it's
that's-
tied into the reboot of the game?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I think it is.
It is. They sort of run with the whole. She's like a college student,
Ah, okay.
kind of like looking after what her dad like.
You're a Croft ladder.
Yeah, her legacy and stuff.
Ladder.
She's okay. Like I don't know. The trailer makes it look kind of stupid. Which I mean,
How many
that's that.
times? How many times is she gonna say? Is she gonna be told she's a Croft? More than 10?
Once.
Once?
Once.
At least twice. Once flashback of like you're a
But-
Croft ladder, and then once when she's like in her dire moment of like I can't do it, and then she hears her dad doing you're a Croft, and she's like oh I am a Croft. You're right.
I have to do it.
Fingers like fish hooks. Up she goes.
But to me, she doesn't look like a Lara Croft that I'd be attracted to.
She doesn't have the giant.
sure what that
like,
means.
Double D
It doesn't really make sense.
implants. What he's trying to say is he's a boob man.
No,
Yeah.
not even. Like
Well, Laura had it all before.
I feel like Camilla Luddington is who they should have gotten
really
to do that.
Laura?
Laura.
They say,
Laura.
yeah.
Lara.
It's not. It's different than the American Laura, than Laura. It's
Yeah.
pronounced differently. It's not just
Laura.
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 Lara.
Lara.
Looking back, what has been your favorite year of game releases? Kind of touched on this. 2007. Woo!
97.
I think,
Yeah,
87.
I
I think it's 97. Whatever your
Yeah.
Pokemon came out. Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yeah,
That's your favorite?
first Metal Gear.
Yes.
It's
Ah.
97, I think.
Because it was Pokemon Red and Blue, Half-Life. That was Half-Life. That was a great one. And then whatever the year Half-Life 2 came out, whatever the orange box year was, I think it was 2004. Was
Also.
yeah, that was a really good one too.
Do you guys remember a game that opened you up to a new genre? I
Jared?
pretty much played platformers and RPGs until one day I stumbled upon Tekken 3. I had never played a fighting game before that, and now they are my go-to comfort games when I can't decide on anything else to play.
In the volcano. Dragon Ball Fighter Z is gonna make me love fighting games because I'm gonna be the best player in the world at it.
Noise.
See it, Evo.
Good luck.
Motherfuckers.
Tactics kind of turned me on to the whole turn-based, grid-based game, and then I sort of didn't play
Acid.
any. Oh yeah, Acid.
Acid.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
call. And then XCOM.
Yeah, original
was really,
XCOM.
was really fun too.
From, I think it was 94, the OG one came out. That game was fucking dope.
UFO defense.
Yeah.
And like I hear Fire Emblem's really good too, but
I've really wanted to get into Fire Emblem, but I've never had a console that has Fire Emblem, so it's just never been a thing that happened for me.
All right, we gotta go. Thank you so much, everybody. These questions still valid for next week's podcast. These didn't get officially answered on the air, so listen, if the question bucket's a little dry, listen, if the question bucket's the question bucket's a little dry, I'm gonna grab these same ones and we're just gonna pretend like this
I
never
guess
happened.
if it's not the same cast,
Nobody watches these anyways. We'll see you then. Thanks again, everybody. Stop for now.